They just showed Bradley Beal being introduced in Phoenix.
Wait,
let's see.
I thought we were going ECU first, but all right,
toss
that's fine. That's
toss
fine.
that.
No, that's good.
ECU first. Is there news?
Not really. There is nothing going on. We're in a bit of a dead time here.
I tried to find something. I tried to help you out.
Let's talk about that. You tried to find something? Nah, you just said that, so I'm just curious what you did. Like, how much did you effort to find something?
I fought really hard.
Okay.
But here's the problem. I can't think that good.
What did you... I mean, what a statement you just made. I tried really hard to find something. I'm gonna have to call BS on that one. And I'm not saying it's your job to do so.
Dude, I'm worn out from thinking for the past minute.
All right, how about this? I saw this yesterday.
That's not news from that's news from yesterday.
But we didn't talk about it yesterday.
Okay.
Jeff Goodman, of course, covers college basketball, said the D1 Council, who was also informed the overwhelming majority of second-time undergrad transfers thus far that have been denied waivers. There were exceptions, but minimal. Many of them have been ruled on thus far, where football doesn't bode well for those trying in basketball. Do you know why I would bring that up? Do you know what relevance that has to this conversation?
No, tell me.
Because you're excited about seeing Cam Hayes play, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you might have to wait a year. That's why I bring that up.
Yeah.
Because there were some exceptions to the second-time undergrad transfer. So Hayes went from
NC State
to
LSU
to
East Carolina.
So he needs a waiver to play immediately, and may not get that. So, but he may. I'm just saying. I know people are excited about Cam Hayes, and even Bobby Pettiford is excited about Cam Hayes, but it may not be that we see him this year.
That's giving me some old school vibes.
The movie Old School?
No, not that. Just old school in general.
Back in our day when transfers had to wait a year?
Mm-hmm. Are you done with that news?
I think I'm done with that news.
Are you sure? Going once, going twice, you're done.
Done.
All right, I've actually got some news that I saw earlier today that I had forgot about, but then just thought about while you were giving some basketball news. John Rothstein, this is March.
This is March.
This is actually June, but John Rothstein, with a little nugget today, he said that Texas's Rodney Terry will hire East Carolina assistant Nick Matson as a member of his staff. Matson has previously worked for Terry as an assistant coach at both UTEP and Fresno State, and that rounds out Terry's staff at Texas.
All right, so does that mean we need to make another hire in hoops?
Is that up? Does he have to, or does he need? I mean, is that up to Mike Schwartz?
Are you saying, is it a mandate we have a certain number? I don't think it is, but I'm sure he'll make that hire.
Yeah.
To fill that spot out.
Is this late? Would you consider this a late move?
Well, Bob Seeger said, I know it's late. I know you're weary. I know your plans don't include me. Still, here we are, both of us lonely, longing for shelter and all that we see.
Right.
So, with all that being said.
Yes. I think I see where you're going.
It's somewhat late, yeah, to answer your question.
Yeah, so Nick Matson, and I looked up his picture today, and I thought this was the guy, but he is the besides Mike Schwartz, because I believe Mike Schwartz is the yeller, the most physical person on the bench. If there was a second guy, I think it's this guy. I think this is Mr. Stomper. He stomps a lot, does a lot of screaming. Does a lot of directions, go over here, get around this guy.
Is he the white guy they show on the screen and sometimes say, this is Mike Schwartz?
That's the same guy.
Okay.
That is Nick Matson.
So ESPN, whatever network we were on that game or two, when Mike Schwartz was incorrectly identified on the screen.
Yeah. Several times this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you, John Moody, for bringing that story up. Chandler had just grabbed it, but appreciate it, Moody, always helping us out. John, you got any TV news for us? I don't think we have any football TV news. We had that a couple weeks ago.
Jay Mood is our TV guy.
Chad is saying hello to us on Facebook and YouTube to get those likes in. Way to go, Chad. Get the numbers up. We appreciate that. Let's see what Jamie's got going on. He said, my buddy said he saw a kid on top of a car holding a mattress down while going down Memorial Drive to work today. Too fast to get a pic. And he says, was that Chandler? No, it wasn't Chandler. He's not doing anything reckless out there like that.
No.
When's the last time you did something reckless?
Oh, man. Let's see.
Just kind of just like, man, I shouldn't be doing this.
Nah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Same.
Probably college.
No. You ain't done nothing reckless since college?
Let's see.
Ain't got out of control?
Let's see. Yeah, maybe.
Chandler, here's a personal question. Have you ever had any run-ins with the law?
That's very personal.
You don't want to get into it?
That's very personal.
All right. It is. I didn't know if you want to. Should we ask Joey?
You know what? Yes, I have. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've got buddies that are law enforcement officers.
So you stay on the right side of the law.
Yeah.
Joey, when's the last time you were arrested?
Never been arrested.
Well, keep that going, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you the same thing?
About what?
Have you ever had a run-in with the law?
Yes.
I have too. Cashel.
You're a jokester, huh?
Yeah.
You bring the jokes. That's good.
That would be Sergeant Curtis to you.
Oh.
Excuse me.
It's only Cashel to me. It's Sergeant Curtis to you.
Sergeant Curtis. Sorry. Ooh.
She's going to kill me.
Oh, gosh. Just, yeah. I can just see her busting down that door.
Hey, Sarge. John says, Clip, do you have a sticker on your shirt? No, I have a patch.
It is a sewed-on patch.
I have a patch. Swansea City Football Club. Eric says, Chandler was too busy today setting records selling advertising.
I don't mean to boast and tell my personal business.
You don't want to brag. You don't want to boast.
This is a record year for me.
Good job. Good job, buddy.
And I'm not done yet. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to lay down and just enjoy my record year.
He ain't full. He's still ready to eat.
My goal is to set the bar so high that I can't even get to the next record. But guess what? I will. I ain't done yet. People, hey, the other day, Clip said, now, look, don't get satisfied. Because I think this was the day I might have made 2 sales in a day.
I said this to you?
You said something about, like, don't be satisfied.
Yeah.
Don't stop. And I was like, dude, you've got to stay hungry.
Yeah.
Because if you stop being hungry, what do you do?
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying this to me. Say that again.
When you stop being hungry, what do you do?
When you stop being hungry, you stop eating.
When you stop eating, what happens?
Well, you starve.
What happens when you starve?
Well, you die.
You die. You got to stay hungry. You got to keep fighting and grinding and eating.
And on that record day, how many more sales did you make the rest of the week?
What's that?
On that
Come
record
again?
Come again, young Joey?
day, on that week, how many more sales did you make?
I still don't understand the question.
All right. I believe you're referring back a couple days ago where you made 2 sales in one day.
Yeah.
He's asking you how many did you make other than those 2 the rest of the week.
Oh, the rest of the week? That was the only 2.
Oh, okay.
That was the only 2. But I got to keep fighting. Set up some meetings. Got to sell this week.
Did you get one today?
I had
the meeting you had today?
Well, I had one this morning.
Jenny did.
Jenny did too.
Yeah. Ring the bell.
And I think, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Don't. But do.
I think we might be having some fat back here some more, Shirley.
Yeah!
I think there's going to be some more biscuits in the studio, if you know what I mean.
Joey, have you ever had fatback?
Never.
Oh, we got to get Joey to try some
Is it a
fatback.
restaurant or?
More sausage dogs?
More sausage dogs, more bacon.
All right.
Oh, you want to talk about bacon?
John.
Are you talking about a big tray of bacon?
John asking, are you high right now, Chandler Mandler?
No.
You're kind of high.
I'm high on the grind. I'm high on busting my tail off.
All right, Jansen has a topic starter. What's your biggest what if in sports ECU athletics?
I've got one.
I'm such a downer when it comes to non-ECU athletics. What if Sean Taylor wasn't murdered in his home? I'm sorry to bring it there, but I always think about that.
ECU athletics or just in general?
In general and ECU.
Well, ECU athletics, what if Carson Wisenhunt wasn't out for that year?
What if he was pitching against Texas?
Exactly.
What if he was here? What if Kurt Benkert didn't get hurt?
What if East Carolina didn't get an excessive celebration on the kickoff against Illinois in 1991? Would that... Do they go undefeated or do they lose some games?
What if? Who was it? Blake Kemp? Who was it that fumbled the ball?
Blake Kemp.
Blake Kemp, the one in Florida in the
Zay
swamp.
Jones open.
Yep.
Chandler, you bring up that's a good one because that was back in a time where there was no BCS, there was no college football playoff. You just play your season and they put you in bowls. And sometimes you would have undefeated Notre Dame versus two-loss Washington playing in a bowl. And in another bowl would be undefeated Michigan versus one-loss Texas A&M. And they'd play their separate games, and you'd have to figure out who's the champion between Notre Dame and Michigan. As much as you might not like the way college football is decided now, it was way worse a long time ago. But in that scenario, ECU is undefeated, 12-0, and we are still arguing that we should have been named national champions because maybe we're not in the Peach Bowl. Maybe we are, but maybe we're in a bigger bowl. But we're still not playing for a championship. But we could have been like, let's look at that season. Let's see how many undefeated teams there were that college football season. While I'm doing that, go on with more what ifs. This is fun.
What if
we beat the last two season openers were South Carolina and State, and we were close to beating them? That would have been nice.
What if we make that field goal at the end of the game last year in the opener?
We win.
And I catch a winning ball. We could have a prize possession in the studio.
What if Joey, instead of catching the losing ball, caught the winning ball? What could have been? I'm looking for some final rankings.
What if Ben Hartman hadn't missed all those kicks in the Liberty Bowl in 09?
R.I.P. Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, I know. That stinks.
What if whatever that guy's name was, Bartman, didn't interfere with that fly ball with Moises
good
Alou?
one.
Now, the Cubs have won a World Series since then, but they had to wait.
Yeah, they had to wait longer. Yeah.
Jamie says, what if Josh Groves kept his sandwich to himself? Chad said, what if we never fired Ruff? I got kind of one on that. What if Cincinnati misses that field goal at the end of 2015 and we go to a bowl game? Does Ruff get fired if we go to a bowl game? I don't know.
One of the most depressing images I still have in my mind is Zeke Bigger slowly walking off the field after that game. In his final game, crying. Little did I know that would be the last game that Ruff would be the head coach at East Carolina.
And when Zeke Bigger's walking off at that time, you really realize that some things are bigger than sports.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Well said.
We'll take a break. Just kidding. But it would have been a good time to take a break on that note.
What if Bryce Starling hit that ball just 4 feet over the fence?
What if his name was Jacob Starling?
Oh, that's right.
What did he call him?
Why I convinced a whole nother buddy of mine.
Just don't call him an Alaskan.
What if he was Alaskan?
Chad's got a good one.
Well, read it, dude.
What if Lucas Thompson showed up on campus?
Man, what year was that?
2013?
All right.
That's just guessing. I don't know.
What if Carson Wentz was good, says John Monroe. I can't even imagine that. He also said, what if Holly Rowe got trucked harder after the West Virginia game?
She got plummeled.
Plummeled?
Plummeted. Plummeted and
Pummeled?
Plumlead? Mason Plumlead?
Yeah. Oh, Chad, what if Kevin Dyson what if his arm is an Inspector Gadget arm? He says, what if the Titans got that one more yard?
Oh, man. What if I hate to
Pete
say
Carroll
this one.
gave Marshawn Lynch the ball?
Oh, what if they run the football?
We're going down a Super Bowl hole right here.
Oh, nice.
What if Cam Newton hopped on that football?
You didn't have to do that one,
What if they actually called Cautry's catch a catch?
couple roughing the passers in that game as well.
I'll go way back. What if Christian Laettner didn't hit that shot at Kentucky?
What if Michael Jordan was never born?
What if Michael Jordan's parents never met? Does James, what's his name? James Jordan?
James Jordan.
Still create a star? Does the mother still create a star? You got to think about these scenarios. What if
Mike Trout played ECU baseball?
That's a good one, Joey.
What if Joey? You're bringing up good points. I'd love for you to speak up.
My bad.
I'd love for you to let that voice
into
be
the
heard.
Into
Use
the
that
mic.
bass.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
What if Barry White is really Joey's dad?
Hey, you can always adjust that mic too if you want to, where it's right in your
enough
face.
of your love, baby.
Yeah, those mics are directional, so if you sit it off to the side, it's not going to pick you up as well.
Yeah,
Yellow.
Better.
Much
Now
better.
you're
Do you
talking.
think Mike Trout's jersey would be a staple over Zay Jones if he actually did come to ECU?
What do you mean by
Is
that?
that too much?
Mike
Well, I feel
Like
like
if the NIL existed back then,
no, not even. But you know how like our staple jersey without a name is usually ECU black football number 7.
No, okay.
It is now. It used to be 17.
and
it's
and
changed
then it
over
also
years.
used to be
5.
2 and 5.
Yeah.
2 and
So
5.
it kind of
Oh, it does
Yeah.
change with the
A
time.
27 baseball jersey.
to answer your
definitely-
question though. Yes, we'd see that everywhere.
in the powder purple.
Yeah, the 27 Trout would be all over the place. All right, Jansen, great convo starter, pal. Looks like we got some more rolling in.
I love good combo starters.
Eric says, "What if Chandler wasn't a highly skilled long snapper? Like, what would your life be like if you were?"
I'm a former long snapper.
Doing basically what I'm doing right now, not long snapping and being on the radio.
What if Bobby Boucher doesn't show up at halftime of the Bourbon Bowl?
Man, do you?
I got a text yesterday from our friend Jake in the middle of the afternoon, and it said you got 1 yard to get. Maybe it was 40 yards. I don't know. But who are you giving the ball to?
Was it a graphic?
You know what? Where's my phone? Let me find my phone. Chandler,
right
take
here.
over.
It's
Right,
right
you're
here.
looking for that,
Oh.
Chandler. I got to ask you a question. If you were a highly recruited long snapper, and your final 3 schools were Georgia, Alabama, and East Carolina, who are you committed to?
That's a good question.
Now, Georgia and Alabama obviously set you up in a nice apartment.
Are you a liar?
$5,000 stipend? You know, help mom out with the bills at home.
Y'all might think I'm crazy and I'm telling a lie.
We're about to find out if Chandler is a liar.
Y'all are going to think. Y'all seriously are going to think that I'm either crazy,
East Carolina
a
offered you a
liar,
preferred walk-on spot, not
or
even a
just
scholarship.
saying this, huh?
They offered you a preferred walk-on spot, not even a scholarship.
Oh man, okay, now that changes everything.
All right, no, bring the scholarship.
Okay,
All
Yeah,
right, if all three
Hey, you know what?
scholarships-
We putting you on scholarship.
And that player no longer.
I'm being dead serious.
Dead A. Dead A is the
East
kid?
Carolina.
You're
I'm not
a
even kidding.
liar.
All right,
Why
I
are
knew
you
were gonna
doing
say that.
this,
I swear to you. I swear.
Chandler?
I swear.
Nick Saban
We know you.
or
You're
Kirby Smart
You're
were
a
in
true
your living
pirate.
room.
We know. We get it. You're turning
When
down
I
a
grew-
chance to play SEC football, win a national championship.
When I grew up, my dream was not to listen to Sweet Home Alabama at an Alabama game, or to hear a bunch of human beings imitate dogs at a football game. My dream was to run out. At the time, was that pirate ship that they used to run out of, which was really cool.
You would
The
say,
purple
"Look,
gold chance.
I'll sign."
That was my dream.
I'll sign your scholarship. I'll snap your
I
football.
had a dream.
but bring back the pirate ship.
I had a dream, and it was to play at East Carolina University.
All right.
All right. I
Fair
warned
enough.
you guys. I warned y'all. I said you're going to think I'm crazy, stupid, or just saying that.
If he's willing to tell Coach Kirby Smart and Nick Saban no, and Coach Houston yes, then hey.
All right, Robert. What if Russell handed to beast mode? We mentioned that one. I also said, what if Bruce Jenner was always a woman? I don't know if that would change much for me, but it'd be interesting. All right, we're really going off the path here. Chad says, what if there was no glory hole?
Man.
That would make me a lot
I want
happier.
me some glory hole.
If the Cowboys sucked growing up instead of being the best team in football, I would have had a better childhood.
I wish I could give you my childhood. They sucked all my life.
Who?
Cowboys.
Man, yeah, if we could trade childhoods, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I wouldn't have a favorite team, though.
That is also true. Your team wasn't around. They were not invented yet. Chad said, what if Joey would speak into the mic?
Oh, Chad.
What a Chad. That was a total Chad move. But pretty good one there, Chad. All right, that was fun. What do we got to do? Oh, yeah, I got to talk to Jeff Nadu. We got to take a break. Maybe we'll rehash this later in the show. We'll take a break, come back. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joins us. The question was, tie game, 30 seconds left. Forrest wants to go home. Bobby thinks Forrest was talking bad about his mom. Could Bobby stop Forrest? Who you got?
Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher was a madman when you talked about his mother.
All right, there you go. Take a break, come back. Jamie says, what if God was one of us? Osborne. Who, Shirley? Who is it?
What?
Osborne. Who sang the song? Joan Osborne?
Yeah, Joan Osborne.
Joan Osborne. We'll take a break.
I didn't realize you were asking that. You just said Osborne. I'm like, Ozzy?
Osborne?
What?
Ty? Oh. Well, there was one more I wanted to read. It was, what happens if Coach Mack didn't beat State? Chandler would be Tyler.
Wouldn't have that tie.
Not a single tie. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live after this.
But I think it's nobody's fault.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer. It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood. Here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck. We'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
50 years ago, Honda released the Elsinore, a purpose-built motocross bike that redefined the sport. And Red Riders have been racking up wins ever since. That winning legacy continues today with the new CRF 450R, available at Ron Ayers Motorsports. The 2023 450R produces even more low and mid-range torque for faster corner exits. The updated chassis optimizes suspension, performance, and improves handling. And that's just the beginning, because Honda is also releasing a limited edition 450R, decked out in historical design. It sports a blue seat, gold wheels, forks and handlebars, commemorative graphics, and more. Then there's the CRF 450 RWE. This Works Edition model gets the same 450R updates plus a slew of performance extras. Choose your new Honda CRF 450R model at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. After all, you've got a legacy to write. CRF 450R models are intended for close course operation only.
Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, excitations. I don't know if I've ever heard that word other than in this song.
I'd have to say I agree with you.
Yeah. All right, just something I thought about in my brain. All right, welcome back to the show. Coming up in the 4 o'clock hour, we'll talk some baseball with former Pirate B. Manning, Brandon Manning. Also, play a little all-star edition of Name That Sound. 5 o'clock, we will have ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandell here and preview the UTSA Roadrunners with Jared Kalmus. He covers the Roadrunners. He is covering the team that I would pick to win the American, and we talked about it with Jeff Nadu last week. Also said he had the Roadrunners as well, likes SMU, likes a few teams in the AAC. Big man Jeff Nadu joining us. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, bud?
Hey, Clip.
I'm good, man. We previewed SMU earlier this week with Rich Phillips, play-by-play voice of the Mustangs, and before we did, I went back and looked at the meetings. I remember you talking about how, hey, the AAC is going to be fun this year, a lot of points, take the overs. How about the last 5 meetings between ECU and SMU? Dates back to 2014. 90 points, 110 points, 86 points, 72 points, and 69 points. So get ready to take the over when those two teams play later this year. But you, according to you, you think there's going to be a lot of high-flying football in the AAC this year, right?
Oh, yeah. Always a conference with plenty of fireworks, you know. And obviously it's funny because you lose a team like UCF, but I think you're still going to use Houston as well. But you look at some of the additions. I mean, UTSA is going to put points on the board. You look at FAU; they're going to put points on the board. So you're not losing much. And the AAC has always been a conference where it's a bunch of pretty high-flying offenses, not great defenses. So yeah, I don't think that's going to change much.
Interested to see who will step up defensively. Can it be, Willie Fritz's guys at Tulane? Maybe Mike Houston goes a little ball control with a new quarterback, and who's gonna play defense in the AAC? We shall see. We've previewed the American. We've previewed the Atlantic Coast Conference with the big man. Today, we'll talk a little Big 12. And Jeff, this goes back. Coach Mac McCarthy, former ECU head basketball coach, was in here the other day, and he said, how many teams can make an expanded college football playoff, and how many teams can realistically win a championship? And say they were doing it this year, we had the number at about 4 of teams that can win a championship. Now, we didn't have TCU in that mix going into last year, and TCU was obviously able to get there. and won a big one against Michigan. But you look at their regular season, Jeff, how many did they have to sneak out? How many did they win on a field goal, win on a comeback? They were in a lot of close games last year, so it's hard to predict who could be, this year's TCU. But how do you think Sonny Dykes and the Horned Frogs come back from what was a magical 2022? Can they do anything like that again?
No. I think it was a flash in the pan. It was an impressive season, but as you said, how many games they pull out of there, if you know what I mean. I mean, they had to rally in many games. There were games they were down double digits, and I'm not saying they can't do that once or twice, but to think they could do it again and again and again like they did, I don't see it. You also look at this team, you got to replace a lot of talent. You lose Max Duggan, you lose Quentin Johnson, you lose Kendrick Miller, their running back. Defensively, it's not going to be as strong. I think they're still a pretty good defensive team. They bring a lot back. They got a pretty good pass defense. They'll be better than most teams defensively in this conference. But it's really a question. Can you get even close to the same production out of Chandler Morris, who was under Sonny Dykes at one point? I want to say at SMU, but he'll be okay. He's kind of one of those kids that can sling it around, but you got to replace a lot. I just think they can be a top 2 or 3 team. I don't see it. I think they're kind of like the next in line. I think they'll be up there with the Kansases and the Texas Techs. But do I think they're better than Oklahoma, Texas, or even like a K-State? No.
6 of their wins last year, Jeff, were one-score games, and a lot of those were there at the end. So that's the sign of a good team. Also a sign of some luck maybe involved. You won't get that every single year. K-State, another great year last year, as they finish with a 10-win season. And I guess we look at those purple teams, TCU and Kansas State, just looks a little funky not to see Texas and Oklahoma at the top, or Baylor it's been in the past. Other teams like that at the top of that Big 12. So as we go into this year, who is your front runner there in the Big 12?
Definitely Texas. I think it'd be hard-pressed to go against them. I think it's going to be interesting because, I don't know. I like Steve Sarkisian. I don't love Steve Sarkisian. It always seems like they get the double-digit wins, but they don't actually end up winning much. I don't think this is a great conference this year. I think Oklahoma still has a lot to prove, and we'll get to them in a second. But when you look at Texas, obviously Quinn Ewers, we know how good he was. Xavier Worthy's back, but you do lose Bijan Robinson. The good thing with these teams is they're constantly reloading. They're bringing in kids up front. And they're bringing in playmakers. You also look at this offensive line. You should have a really good offensive line here. They get 5 kids back. And I thought defensively, this was the real, thing about them last year, how good they were. They cut their points in half almost. They were in and around like the 20-point mark a game defensively metric. That's damn good in this conference. I think they're one of the better defenses you have, and they have the ability offensively to have proven commodities, not just questions. We don't know if a Chandler Morris is going to be good. We know Quinn Ewers is going to be solid. We know they have one of the better receiving corps. I think on paper they have to be the team.
Talking to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, little Big 12 football. We were talking earlier this week with intern Joey, who follows soccer. And, Jeff, you're a soccer guy, too. We were just talking about how, like in England and maybe all over the world, man, they're brutal when it comes to firing coaches. Like, you have a bad 3 weeks, you're gone. They'll find somebody else. And it's a little less like that, I think, in American sports, although it's a lot more what have you done for me lately now than it was in the past. And I bring that up to say, how about Brent Venables? Like that, Oklahoma saw a season last year they are not used to. They're not going to put up with many seasons like that. 6-7 last year, 3-6 in the conference, and without significant improvements, Jeff, they're going to be down kind of in the middle bottom of the Big 12 again. So how about Oklahoma? Do they rebound, or is there some issues there for Venables?
Well, I think, that was the big thing, because we all know him to be that defensive guy or whatever, but, it didn't show. They gave up, I don't know, 6.3 yards a snap.
They gave up the most points out of any Big 12 school last year, Jeff. I'm looking at it now. That's crazy.
It's the same old thing, and it hasn't mattered that they've made a change in coach. They still have good offense. They're going to find ways to score points, but they weren't good defensively, and that's kind of the hallmark of him. They were beating off the ball. There was one game, I think they lost to Texas 49-0. They got absolutely pulverized. They also, kind of on the flip side, we saw TCU do, what they did Cliff, do you happen to know that last year in one-score games, Oklahoma was 0-5? So it didn't work out for them like it did in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. You also look at the fact that they didn't have a winning season. It's been a long time since they haven't had a winning season, 25 years to be exact. So, again, you bring back most on offense. I mean, quarterback-wise, they're going to move the football. They've always got talent there. It's just, can they find ways to get stops? And we don't need to get a ton of stops because they're going to score 40 points a game. But you got to be tougher up front. You got to be a team that can hit someone in the mouth, and they just haven't had that. They need to see what Texas has done defensively. They need that to happen in Norman. If that can happen in Norman, they'll definitely compete to win this tournament or to win this conference. It's just we never see that happen.
Jeff, let me ask you about a 3-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, and that's Matt Campbell at Iowa State. They were way down last year. They go 4-8. They only win one conference game. So Matt Campbell was at the mountaintop, and maybe we say, hey, he should have got out while the getting was good, but he's there now. Can he bring back their success that they had a few years ago? What's going on with the Cyclones?
It was surprising to see maybe him make a move. I mean, the problem this team had last year is they were elite defensively. I loved this team defensively. I was constantly being stubborn with this team, betting them. I enjoyed them. They stayed in games. They were actually a decent cover team. They weren't necessarily winning games. They were covering. But their offense was just so poor. I mean, Hunter Deckers just couldn't move the ball. The team only averaged 18 points a game. I mean, it's not good enough. That's down. They averaged about 24, 25 more than that. I think they were in the 30s the year before offensively. They just had a massive drop-off from the quarterback that year to Deckers last year. Who was the quarterback? Brock Purdy in 2021. I think they were getting 30 points a game. You lose him, and the offense fell off the cliff. Now you have to replace your best receiver in Xavier Hutchinson. And I think this is to be a better team. I don't think they'll be 4-8, but I don't think it'll be markedly better. 5 or 6 wins maybe. Those are some things they didn't do last year, but they just couldn't move the ball. I mean, defensively, that's great and all, but in this conference, you have to score. I think they're probably similar to what they were last year, 4 or 5 win teams.
Jeff, as you know, in sports and in life and anything, it's all about perspective. It's all about expectations. We talked about Oklahoma going 6-7, something they haven't seen in a long time, something they're not going to accept. Kansas goes 6-7. You're celebrating because Kansas had not had that many wins in a football season since 2008. Got to go back to big Mark Mangino. They were 12-1 in 2007. They won 8 games in 2008 and did not get to 6 until last season. So you've got that going on with Leopold there in Rock Chalk Nation. 3-6 in conference play, but they did get to 6 wins. How's he doing as far as building something there, Jeff? Are they going to find themselves back at the bottom, or do you think they could kind of get maybe to the middle? Can they take another step up?
No, he's done a tremendous job. I thought he did one of the best jobs last year in the country. I mean, you go from, not winning games to winning 2 games in 21 to, winning 6 games last year. I think this team can make an improvement to get to maybe as a kind of a sleeper team in this conference. I mean, you look at their schedule. I mean, outside of Texas, they got every tough game at home. BYU's at home. Oklahoma's at home. Texas Tech's at home. Kansas State's at home. I mean, every tough game for the most part's at home. I think you got to make the move to winning maybe 8-9 games. I think this offense is going to be fine. They bring back a ton. The quarterback, you got to hope he stays fully healthy. He was injured a couple of games last year. That hurt this team. And you'd have to think there's no way to go but up defensively. I mean, they won 6 games. They gave up 36 points a game. I think they should make kind of a move up. If you can get into the, let's say, high to mid-20s defensively, I think you make a major move up. I don't think this conference is elite. I don't think it ever is. Do I think you can actually win it? Probably not. But I think they're on the upper edge. I think you could put them, to me, possibly above Texas Tech and TCU. I think they're probably the 4th or 5th best team in this conference.
Wow. I mean, that's crazy to think about. We had so many conversations over the years, Jeff, at this time of year, talking about Kansas's win total, and it would be at what, 1.5 or maybe a half a win. Now I'm seeing it at 6. So kind of just shows you what they've done there.
This is what a good coach can do for you. This is what a good hire can do for you. I've talked about that many times. It's the same thing about ECU. I mean, if ECU hires someone else, maybe they don't have success. It's all about the path. It's all about the coach you have, and it can be a big, big sticking point.
Jeff, a couple more teams. Any thoughts on, you've mentioned Texas Tech a couple times. How about the Red Raiders? How about Gundy at OK State, Baylor, and West Virginia? A few teams we haven't really highlighted yet. Anything on those teams?
Yeah, Oklahoma State's kind of going through that whole quarterback battle thing. They got a couple of guys there. Defensively, they're always solid, but they're kind of transitioning. They have a new coordinator there, so they're not a team I'm running to back. The teams coming in, UCF, I think they'll be a team that scores a lot. Obviously, John Reese Plumlee's a good quarterback. I think they'll make some hay offensively. I don't know how good they are on the defensive end. Plus, you're stepping up. A team that I kind of like way deep is Brigham Young. I think they could be really interesting. They have, I think it's defense. It wasn't good last year, but I think it'll improve significantly. They went out and got a new defensive coordinator. I think they bring back 8 or 9 guys on defense. Their coach was hired from, I think he was an assistant at Utah at one point. He was under that Kyle Whittingham tree. So you have to figure they're going to be better defensively. You look at offensively, too. They bring in Keaton Slovis. He was at USC, then he went to Pitt. Now he's out at BYU. Their coach is good. I like Sataki. They're always a hard-nosed team, tough team. I could see them maybe having a winning record and kind of pushing some teams. I think they'll be a decent underdog team. Cincinnati's, I think, going to struggle. I mean, that's a far cry from where they once were. And obviously, they have a new coach. I'm not a big Scott Satterfield guy. Quarterback-wise, Emory Jones, that doesn't put a lot of interest in my bones. I don't think they're going to be very good on the trenches. Cincinnati could be pretty bad. Same with Houston. Houston's going to be. They're kind of fixing things down there. If I'm going to pick a bad team to be kind of okay, I think it could be Houston because they have some transfers that can wing the ball around. But they're going to be a team that gives up a lot of points. And they're going to be a team from an over perspective, Houston, you want to keep up with because they have Texas Tech transfer, Donovan Smith as their quarterback. They bring in some high major transfer skill players. I think they're going to be a team that can score some points. They're going to be in a lot of 44-27 type games this year.
Looking at the odds, Jeff, UCF has the highest odds to win the Big 12 as far as the new schools coming in, followed by Cincinnati, BYU, Houston, all the way at the bottom down there with West Virginia. So might take some growing pains. Talked to a couple of my Houston buddies recently, and they are fully expecting some growing pains, but kind of puts it in perspective when you see these teams who, really good. Cincinnati's had special years. UCF has had their special year as well, getting into big-time bowl games. You said you like BYU to be tough this year, but all those teams kind of bunched at the bottom of this Big 12 just kind of shows you maybe the difference of competition level they're stepping into.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's and you're going to have some growing pains. I mean, it doesn't help that these teams, whether it's Houston or Cincinnati or whoever, they have all new quarterbacks, they have new coaches. I mean, that's all concerning. And yeah, again, you're stepping up and playing better teams. No offense to the AAC, but the Big 12 is a better conference. It just is. So, all these conferences, though, I think benefit. It's nice seeing this. You don't like hearing about it initially, but now that we're seeing it happening, it's exciting. So.
All right, big man, I'm looking at Heisman odds, and Quinn Ewers is up there in the top 3 when it comes to odds. And how about Quinn Ewers? How about any other individuals from the Big 12 that are future stars in the league, or maybe you could win a future on as far as Heisman or something like that goes?
Well, I always like to look at the Big 12 because I always have said, when you're betting the Heisman Trophy, you need to understand that you shouldn't be taking deep sleepers. It's not going to happen. If you're doing it, you should be doing it from good teams that can make the Final Four. You're not going to pick a guy that is a great quarterback, but his team's not involved. It's just not going to happen. I remember when Keenan Reynolds was at Navy.
Yeah.
Great team. People were like, oh, he should be invited. It's like, well, yeah, but he's not going to be because he's at Navy. I would always stick to just like Texas and Oklahoma. I think sticking with a Quinn Ewers, obviously, maybe a Dylan Gabriel. 40-1 is interesting just because I could find a situation where maybe they find their way to the Final Four and he's in the running. I could see that, but outside of that, no, I don't think any of these teams will be relevant. So no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a good. I was trying to think who's the last guy to win it from not a powerhouse, and Louisville's not a powerhouse, Lamar, but they are, obviously Power 5 or whatever. But Lamar Jackson winning. You got Robert Griffin III winning at Baylor. That's kind of an example with Baylor, not known as a traditional power, but still a Big 12 team, a power school. But, yeah, a lot of USCs and Alabamas and Florida States in the mix, so you don't get many of those. I would say Baylor and Louisville are about as outliers as you're going to get when it comes to a Heisman.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, like I said, if I'm going to be looking at like a Heisman Trophy and I don't want to take Ewers or like Gabriel even, I would look, at, maybe look at, Xavier Worthy or somebody like that. Someone like that. I just can't go too deep because it's just doesn't happen much. Like
yeah. Big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, enjoying these conference previews helps me figure out who could be good, who could be bad, everything in between, players, the transfer portal, and all that. So we are off next week, but want to keep this rolling with you in July. Still got to talk some SEC and some Big Ten, and maybe we'll get to some Fun Belt and all kinds of stuff. So let's keep it rolling, man.
Look forward to it. It's always fun talking football with you, Cliff. Thanks.
Thanks, man. Big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. We've knocked out the Atlantic Coast Conference, the American, and today the Big 12. And is Texas back? The question asked every single year. How about Kansas? Kansas, such an afterthought for a decade plus, and now Jeff has them at the middle, kind of top middle of the league with Lance Leopold there in Lawrence. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 1. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
With US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth? She's not going to like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Bellhaven, and Greenville.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Oh, come on. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea. I did that. Don't play yourself.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla.
Genius.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
360 Golf Carts is Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. They have easy-go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by the 360 shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, 360 has you covered. They will even deliver right to you. Visit Brian Harris today on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at
Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
ECU Pirates. Can't nobody do what we do. You know. That's right. All right then.
Yeah!
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can love who we want.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Roland Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Hope you are having a great day. Got the football juices flowing with some preview talk with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. We'll do that in hour number 3 as well. Talk some UTSA football on today's show. The Cran Man, ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandell, will be here as well. So let's, oh boy. All right, I just laughed. I can't say this didn't make me laugh. Shirley.
Yes.
Eric says he likes, we're talking a little, college football, ACC, SEC, Fun Belt.
Yeah.
Eric said, I like when my wife gets out the Fun Belt, and it ain't got nothing to do with App State.
Oh, Lord.
Dude. What is going on in that bedroom?
Here's the best part of it.
Say it, Chandler.
More like Slap State.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's two little butt cheeks.
Eric's a freak. Dang is right, Bryce.
Freak-a-leak.
That is Hit Song Freak-a-leak.
And Timbaland.
Eric's wife turned him into a freak-a-leak in the bedroom.
Eric is an Eastern North Carolina legend.
Excitement time.
Houston's fired up. Eric, just picture this. Next time you go, Fun Belt, and you whatever y'all like to do, behind closed doors in your marriage, that's great as long as everybody's consenting. But just think about Bryce being there, and Coach Houston.
Dang.
And
excitement time.
Shirley Rhodes saying what she sees.
It's two little butt cheeks.
Think about
swinging
that.
Dingers.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Slow it down.
Oh boy!
Oh, there's what I want to press right now.
Hit it!
I want me some glory hole.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
You are welcome, America.
Well, I consider myself a man of faith. And I don't know if I'll be back at this microphone again.
It's me. Hi.
But thank you, Eric, for providing it. We had nothing to do this segment. We're just kind of closing out the hour. So we needed something to riff on, and you gave us the perfect topic there. So thank you for your contributions to the show. Chandler,
I do want to tell you what I'm doing tonight.
Oh, tell me what you're doing tonight.
I'm going to get my little old Toyota Corolla.
Little T.
I'm going to go down Evans Street.
Little TC.
All the way down Evans Street.
All the way down Evans Street.
I'm going to take a ride on Fire Tower Road.
Furter.
I'm going to go to this little place I like to call Familia.
Okay.
And so I went last week.
Why would you just go there? Like, I've gone there to get food and eat. Why are you just going there, though?
Well, I want to go there, to get pizza, which, by the way, the pizza of the week is pepperoni and onion.
Now I'm listening.
Whoa!
Now I'm interested.
Man. So I went last week to get the Italian hoagie that I love so good. I took a closer look at the menu. I said, what is that? I love a good chicken wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I love it even better when it's spicy.
Yeah.
And I looked at the menu and I said, a spicy chicken wrap. I didn't even know they had that. Saw Andrew Harris, owner of Familia.
Hey, big head.
Hey, Drew, come over here. I said, what about this spicy chicken wrap? He said, man, you got to get it. He said it's not just like a little old wrap. He said it's a nice, big, thick wrap.
Now tell me about the spicy. What kind of spicy we talking? What's in there?
I think it's like Cajun seasoning on it.
Okay, so it's a dry rub.
And he said if you really like spicy, you can put some sort of like ghost pepper flakes on there.
Flake it up.
And get really naughty.
Flake it up, bro.
So I think I'm gonna go there tonight, get me a spicy chicken wrap, side of fries, and just enjoy my time.
Well, tell him Joe
style.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice order of the fried calamari.
Look at this guy. Ain't he fancy pants over here eating a little calamari?
Man, your pants are very shiny. Good gracious, they're fancy.
I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I'll take it, though. That's pretty
I was like, where are you going with this?
What is he saying right now?
They're fancy.
Calamari.
All right, fancy.
How's the calamari?
It was really good. I was very surprised.
All right. I got to say, I've never had the calamari from Familia.
You won't see me eating it.
Okay.
You're not a fan of seafood?
I ain't going to see you eating nothing.
I thought we had this discussion.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not a fan. Now you know.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of seafood.
Is it just that type of seafood or all types
all
of seafood? You don't like shrimp,
nope.
lobster? No. Wow.
Nope. If you throw it at me, miss me with it.
Ooh.
Miss me with the seafood.
Girl, stop. Let's take a break. When we return, more to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. We'll be back with you after these words. Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by this summer and try one of our amazing empanadas, our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Ayo's fans, the Birdland Summer Music Series presented by Miller Lite continues at Oriole Park at Camden Yards on Friday, June 30th with DJ Diesel, a.k.a. Shaquille O'Neal. After the Orioles take on the Minnesota Twins at 7:05, stay postgame to watch DJ Diesel live from the infield. The concert is open to all fans who attend the game with the option to add special on-field access for just $35. You can get up close and experience the biggest DJ in the world, live at Camden Yards. Get your tickets at Orioles.com/music.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McGlawhorn, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Welcome back to Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Clip Rock here with you, joined in studio by B-Man, Brandon Manning, joining us here. He joined us all season long with the Farm Bureau Insurance ECU Baseball Report. The season has come and gone. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Doing great, Clipper. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm a little down though, because Monday night, our last college sporting event for a while, so we got to wait until the fall.
It is, but there, if you have well, I don't know if your little ones are still little enough to go to like all the ECU camps and the local camps and things like that.
There's plenty to do.
Still plenty to do. There's still some good baseball going around. Couple of youth guys, but college sports, that's the passion. That's where it is. I love me some college sports.
You got to pick up your boy from baseball camp?
I do. The old CG23 camp. He's getting expert teaching from the 2023 AAC champion baseball team.
Well said. What did you think of the season finale for college baseball? Kind of a bummer, a blowout?
Man, you know what? In that situation, once you start seeing the wheels turn, I mean, they got up with a 2-run dinger, to start the game off with, and you're like, oh, here we go. But LSU does what superior athletes and superior performers and competitors do. They just bounce right back, man. It was impressive to see them get after it, come back, say, all right, this is our team, this is our game, and their pitcher did a great job. They didn't have to, throw the bolt horse in the stable, so to speak. I heard somebody say that on the radio on MLB Network. They called Skeens. They called him the bolt horse of the stable. because he was a big NIL get.
Yeah, and their coach, Johnson, I can't remember what game it was after. I don't think it was after the championship. It might have been after the Wake Forest win, the second one, but said something to the effect of, hey, if you're in the transfer portal, we're the spot for you.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's out there saying it.
You know, and that's great. And if you want to have short-term success, I think that's very good.
Okay, I'll take a championship.
Yeah, I'll take a championship right now, and then when But my thought process on that is, why are these guys leaving where they're at? Is it just because they're unhappy because they're not getting the playing time?
Well, let's talk about it specifically, Brandon. Why did Tommy White leave NC State? Do we know?
Tommy White, the word from Raleigh people and NC State people that I talked to was told he was not going to be able to play third base or first base for NC State because
I remember that
wasn't
story.
that great. And he was also offered an unreal amount of NIL money to go to LSU.
Now, that's illegal. You can't do that.
What do you mean?
You can't get offered money. You get money while you're there.
Right.
Right, yeah. So I think the second thing you said there is why a lot of these guys leave, right? It's not that they're unhappy, but you can be a lot happier if you get more money from somewhere that they're offering you.
So, you know, Carolina, Duke, Kentucky basketball, you know, they have a big NIL given. Derek Lively was a good I just know this because they put it out there on TikTok. They could not guarantee you any NIL money from a Duke. A Duke mouth could not tell you that. But if friends of friends of friends get a message to you, says, hey, this is out there probably for you.
So let's go back before the portal and this stuff. Like when guys wanted to transfer and you can't, what's it called? Tamper. But your AAU coach can talk to somebody, or your cousin or your uncle. So as long as you're not doing it directly, you can get around it. It's always been happening.
For instance, there was a guy, when I got hurt and I realized that I was done, there was a guy at another school that I personally knew that I knew he wasn't happy. He had said he wasn't happy, who was playing a lot. He was just not happy at the location, at the other, people in the program weren't compatible with his personality. I said, hey, I'll mention something to Coach. And Coach did the right thing to do. He says, hey, can't talk to him right now. If he's doing that, this is the time frame I can do it. This is when I can do it. We can get to him. And it took all summer long for somebody to get to him. And then he transferred and got a release. And he ended up playing, for ECU.
Brandon, the middleman Manning.
Hey, I can sell you something now.
That's right.
It's not a hard sell for Greenville, North Carolina when it comes to playing baseball. I can tell you.
Well, that's true. But then it clicked. Brandon knew what his passion was going to be for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah,
selling.
Oh yeah, selling.
Well done.
Billy Godwin, what he did before he was coaching baseball in college.
What?
Sold insurance.
Really?
Yep.
So are you the next college baseball coach here in the state of North Carolina?
I just don't know what I'm talking about there, Thud. No, that's the Billy Godwin guys. No.
Did you say Thud?
No, Stud. Man,
PG. How's PG? Do you keep up with him at all?
I do, man. I try whenever I see them on TV, which is more than you would think. But with all the channels ESPN has now, I do keep up with them. They didn't have a bad year. They had a couple of good games against Notre Dame. This year, I watched that whole series, and they played really well in that one. But he lost like a whole bunch from last year to this year of NIL transfers. I mean, he lost several to ODU, several to other schools. I think there was a kid from South Central that committed to named Robbie O'Neill, who originally was at Greensboro and then transferred to ODU and played and finished. I think Robbie, if he's getting close to graduating. I'm getting old, but yeah.
Have we? I hadn't followed the coaching carousel much. I see Kendall Rogers and guys tweet stuff out, Aaron Fitt. But where are we as far as that goes, and like Jeff Palumbo, or do you think we can keep the staff together for another year?
There was a publication put out, and I don't know what Baseball America or somebody, the top 50, coaches,
assistants.
No, it was just top 50 available coaches and assistants and light coaches, and Palumbo was in the top 50 because he is a heck of a recruiter. I mean, he's a heck of a guy, heck of somebody. I haven't talked to Coach Palumbo about this, and nobody will. Nobody will probably come out to ask him or Cliff. That's a fast way to exit out of a interview right there. But if I was a betting man, Palumbo is his kids are playing Little League in Greenville. That they got a nice house, they got a nice situation, a lot of it's success. And I don't know if the job you take is a settling for not your dream job. If you're going to leave for something, it doesn't need to be lateral. It needs to be for a dream. And I think Palumbo may wait for that, or he may just hold out right here because he's got a good thing going.
Well, Greenville it does have its advantages if you want to keep your coaches here, because I remember before Kim McNeil got her extension, even before they had the fantastic year they had last season, the thought was, hot seat, or is she going to win too much and go somewhere? But I know her family loves it here, coming up through the little leagues, playing both their little boy and girl.
Yeah, their
sports.
Their little girl is a heck of a little softball player. She's playing with some buddies of ours from high school, and she's loving it. And she's out there, and they're making friends in the community, not acquaintances. When you got a high profile job like a college coach in a college town, you're going to have several acquaintances, but it's hard for you to make true friends.
Yeah.
So I think Palumbo's made true friends. His kids have made baseball friends. Cliff, sort of grew up here. He's got true friends, and he's got guys that he played with still in the area. Kim McNeil's making true friends. I don't know much about Mike Schwartz. But our coaches do a good job of, once they get here, they're finding out that Greenville is not that bad. It doesn't need to be a launching pad. I don't need to be Skip Holtz and just leave as soon as I have success.
I guess I didn't make good enough friends with Steve Rockefort, and you didn't make good enough friends with Raphael Chilius to keep them in town. But they were cool dudes.
Coach Rock was a hilarious guy.
He's awesome.
Coach Chill just wanted to do something his way, and he's been very successful turning a prep school around, doing a good job. It'll be interesting to see how long he stays there before he starts seeing that college bug come back to him. But and you know what, people that knew Dooley away from basketball all said Dooley was a great guy.
Yeah,
I think Mully told me that.
Oh,
he's a great guy. So. Interesting. And look, Lebo's dad still coaches at D.H. Conley High School, for God's sakes, and is doing great things there. So, I mean, Greenville's not a bad spot at all.
Brandon Manning joining us. Brandon, let's go back a couple of nights. How about Big Gav on the mound? 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk. We talked about his first start here on the show. Got to get that walks number down a little bit. He was able to do that, and he had 6 strikeouts. Now he's facing the Royals, who are pretty putrid, 22-57 on the year. Not good at all. But, man, did he do a great job. And his next start will be either against the Braves or the Cubs. It'll be a little step up in competition, it looks like.
But, who you cheer for? If he plays the Braves, who you cheering for there?
I'm pulling for the Braves to win.
Okay.
1-0.
1-0. All right.
On an error.
On an error.
Unearned run.
Unearned run. All right. Okay.
You know what, Brandon? It's middle of July. We got a lead in the division. I'll give Gavin one.
You'll give Gavin one.
I'll give him a
You got a substantial lead in the division.
I do want him to get a win because his team has won in both of his starts, but he has not gotten a win.
So when you get taken out of that game, and you get taken out the way you do,
0-0.
It was 0-0, and then as soon as you get taken out, I think a bomb was hit. Maybe by the other team.
Yeah, they immediately scored. The Royals
so he was not even going to pretty much get a nothing.
He was a no decision.
A no decision at that point in time. And, he just pitched so well. That's the win that you wanted. The thing that everybody talked about, like I said, it was on MLB Network on the way in, was just efficiency. He wasn't. I don't think he hit 99. I think his fastball was sitting 95, 96, but he was locating wherever he wanted to. He had that hammer breaking pitch, hitting on the – well, he was hitting the top with that, and they were setting up on top with a breaking pitch, which was just different for me ever seeing stuff like that. But, I mean, and he was getting pitches and getting outs, and he was trusting his defense. I mean, there was a lot of ground balls hit, especially the shortstop and third, very much like the perfect game last night. Sometimes it's not about how well you're pitching; it's about how well you can get guys to get out when you're pitching great like that. And he was just so efficient the other night with every pitch he was doing. I don't think he threw that many pitches for that long of a start. And he
very economic with his
yeah,
pitch.
I don't know. I don't even think he went to that many three ball counts. Very much like the Yankees' perfect game last night. You know, he went out there if it was a 2-2 or something like that, and I don't have that. You know, I'm not striking these guys out because these are in the pros now. I mean, they battle. I'm all right. Here, top this to my shortstop, and you're out. And that's what he did. I mean, it was just great to watch. It was very, very, very well called behind the plate by the catcher or whoever their pitching coach is. Everything was
had a nice wide strike zone too. He had some stuff on the outer edge that'll help out a pitcher.
You know what? That's very true.
We'll take it.
I'll take it.
Baseball savant Chandler Honeycutt brought this up yesterday, and you just mentioned something to the effect of it, Brandon. How about 92 pitches, 70 strikes? That's a good ratio.
That is an unreal ratio, which tells you that he was not going out there with the mentality of, I'm going to hit the corners. I'm going to challenge these guys,
get ahead,
throw strikes, get ahead, and make them work against themselves. And that was, again, that was just a very, very good, put together game plan by Gavin and the pitching staff. I mean, it was great.
All right, last I heard before I tapped out for the evening, what's his name? Domingo Germain?
Yes.
German. Herman. Was
got that thing over the A.
6 innings and no base runners, and kind of gave up on it after that, but he continued that and threw a perfect game. No hits, no runs, no errors, 9 strikeouts. And we talk about bad teams. The Royals are up there. The A's as well. They are 21-61 on the year. So he took advantage of a bad team and pitched fantastic.
You know what? It was a very well put together plan. Listening to the MLB Network guys talk about it, as opposed to he's always around the plate. So when he gets too much of the plate, he gets hit hard and hits very long. He really hit the corners really hard on everything. His curveball was just perfect in perfect spots the whole time. And this was his day to shine. I mean, I really think there was talks of sending him down.
Yeah, I'm about to look up his game log.
So there was a lot of talks of sending him down. There's a lot of talks of the Yankees imploding again. That would be nothing better to me, but not a big Yankees fan.
Look at these last. We'll go 3 outings before last night. So against your Red Sox, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. You can live with that.
Yep.
Plays the same Red Sox a few days later, 2 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, and 2 strikeouts. Against the Mariners before the A's start, 3 1/3, 8 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned, 4 strikeouts. So he's getting bombed these last couple games, then throws a perfect game. Reminds me of what Mully was talking about the other day, and you know this, Brandon, being in baseball for so long, that you could get something different every day. And you look at the College World Series, the 2 blowouts we saw with each team winning. You don't see that in other sports other than baseball.
You're exactly right. I mean, occasionally you're going to have that one guy, that one guard just lighting it up.
Right, yeah.
And he's going to score 50, you James Harden or whoever. But in baseball, you never know what you're going to get. You never know how your guy's going to line up with their lineup. Altuve is the guy who always gets hits and beats the Cardinals. You know that. He always, for some reason, it just works out against that lineup. But everybody else, he's, so-so this year. But I tell you what was special about that. There was Donaldson made a couple plays at third that were just, harder than average plays, and Rizzo made several plays at first base.
I haven't seen the highlights, Brandon, but every perfect game no hitter, you always have a web gem or two.
Rizzo's were a web gem. And there wasn't. You see what was the kid Angel Hernandez and everything like that. Everything has to go perfect to throw a perfect game. That's why it's called a perfect game, pretty much. That was ended up being a no hitter or whatever, because it was safe because of
you're talking about Armando Galarraga?
Yeah, and the Angel Hernandez call.
It was not Angel Hernandez. It was
Jim Joyce.
Joyce. Very good, Brandon.
Sorry.
Way to come up with it.
There we go. But and then you hear Clayton Kershaw. He was throwing a perfect game a few years ago and walked somebody on a questionable call. That was a strike by the K zone, and he ended up throwing a no hitter. But a perfect game is hard. I don't care what you're doing, but you're right. There always is that one or two things that happen that are out of the pitcher's control that somebody did, and it's a lot of pressure on the defense to not allow anybody on. I mean, you have to make every play. You have to do everything. If the catcher's calling pitches, you got to make sure you're calling the right pitch in the right situation. So that it is a true feat. That's why there's only been 24 of them ever thrown. The Yankees have an eighth of those, or I think they got 4. So
David Cone,
David Wells.
Cone did too, or was that a no hitter?
That's a great question.
We're talking perfect games only.
Perfect games for the Yankees. You got Sandy Koufax.
Doc Gooden threw no hitter or perfect game. Let's Google them up real quick and see what we got here, Brandon. Did Kenny Rogers throw a no hitter or perfect game? But that was with the Rangers. All right, so where's the recent ones? So most recent last night, King Felix in 12, Matt Cain in 12, Philip Humber in 12.
I remember, they were like all close together too. That was a good run.
Roy Halladay in 10. Dallas Braden was very random in 10.
I was watching Burley
in 09. Randy Johnson in 04 against the Braves. I remember listening to that one on the radio. David Cone, 1999. David Wells, 1998. Oh, baby, Kenny Rogers. I remember that call for some random reason. So where's the other Yankees? I guess there will be one more. Don Larson
in the World Series.
Oh, okay. So good call.
Throwing a perfect game is special. Really was. And I don't know that there's in today's baseball where you're going to throw 6 innings and 80 pitches. It's
right.
hard. It's hard for you to throw an individual.
It's getting more rare.
It's getting more and more rare, I think. And I don't know that. And I say this, we won't have another one this year, but watch there be somebody like people that can actually still do it. A Max Scherzer, if he gets away from the Mets, could probably still do it.
There's going to be an error in there if the Mets are involved.
Exactly. That's why you got to get away from the Mets. You know
what else is cool, Brandon? A cycle. And Ellie De La Cruz did it against my team the other night, and it was pretty exciting.
Now that, and I don't know how many times that's been done in the majors, but I really think a cycle is harder. I say harder.
That triple's tough to get.
But he's a pretty quick guy.
Let's see. I don't know if this is up to date, but it says 343 times.
Yeah, I think that's right.
3 voted 3.
But anyway, Burley had a good night last night.
Yeah, and following what he's doing, kind of all levels, but from summer ball up to minor leagues, major leagues, a lot of former Pirates, current Pirates involved.
Connor Norby's been tearing it up. I would not. We're getting really close to right here to the trade deadline. And, there's a lot of outfielders on the Cardinals right now.
Yeah.
I think Burley's going to be trade bait. If he has 2 or 3 games pretty good, they're going to ask him to go somewhere. Norby, same way.
Second straight year. We talked about this last year, I remember. Burley, is he a trade piece? Is Connor Norby a trade piece?
Connor Norby said in an interview, he goes, if I get traded, that sort of means I'm doing my job. So if I get traded, I get traded. And he talked about it in an interview last week, I think.
Well, here's one reason. I think, how about this? Norby is more of trade bait right now than Burley because the Orioles are actually playing for something. They're 48-31.
Oh, yeah.
Cardinals are 33-46. They probably want to hold on to their young guys now.
But, who needs second baseman? Braves don't. NL East don't need second baseman. Who needs second baseman is the AL East, and did the Orioles trade somebody to the AL East to help each other out?
Right, to get one and then give up.
That's why I don't think Norby will be traded. You look at the Red Sox; they were hit with a injury bug to their 2 second basemen before the season started with Story and Trevor Story and Kiki Hernandez. So I don't know what's going on there, but the Yankees need some help. Always need help middle infield, and I don't know anybody. Big time players that would in the trade deadline. The Astros, they got their second bases locked up forever. I really don't need anybody. I see the maybe Rangers.
Yeah, you got to look at teams who are also going to be active at the trade deadline. So I don't know.
And I wasn't paying attention to what the Mets said yesterday at their conference. The owner came and did something yesterday about what we were doing. Did you know what was going on? I didn't pay attention.
All I saw was a clip that said, well, at least it's not 5th place because they're in 4th. So that's reassuring.
I mean, he was like, we're going to give us a week before we just blow this whole thing apart.
I love it.
Like Randy Quaid, back up the trucks.
Back it up. Turn this place into a parking lot. Brandon's Bow Sox. This doesn't make you feel any better. You'd be in first place in the AL Central, but too bad you're in the AL East,
you
where
know
good
what?
teams are.
We're good teams and good baseball, and you know the NL East. If you take the Mets out of there, I think the NL East is playing better baseball.
Well, the Marlins are 13 games over 500, which is crazy. They got a fun young team.
And the Phillies are starting to kind of get the wheels turning. I did talk about that the other day.
And it makes me a little nervous that you got them as a team to watch later on. All right, Brandon, good baseball talk. We'll call it the Farm Bureau Insurance baseball report here on Pirate Radio Live. Brandon, before we let you get out of here, 4th of July, we're off next week. All week, so looking forward to that. But Coney Island Nathan's Hot Dog Contest coming up July 4th, Tuesday. We talked to Rich Shea, the MLE president, earlier, and I've been asking everybody this week if you could compete. So you're against me, Shirley, Chandler, intern Joey. We do a competitive eating challenge. You get to pick the food. So you think you can beat us in this challenge. What can you eat a lot of in a short amount of time?
So there's literally a lot of things I can eat a lot of. But I can throw some hot dogs down.
You'd go hot dogs.
But I really think chicken wings and/or mac and cheese. I mean, I could
and cheese.
I'm a mac and cheese guy. That is my dessert most of the time. Hey, Brandon, you want a slice of cake for Grandma's birthday? Nah, there's another spoonful of mac and cheese.
How about a plate of mac and cheese?
That's right. So, all right. But I think chicken wings, mac and cheese, those two things.
Be good. Brandon, enjoy your July 4th.
Yes, y'all enjoy your week off. I know y'all all working hard and doing everything. Appreciate everything you guys do, keeping us up to date on everything local.
Yes, sir. Enjoyed it. And let's talk again sometime this summer. Talk more baseball.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, Clip. You know that.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. We're back with you after this.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. It's summertime, and Jeff, you guys have a new car wash.
We do. We put in a brand new car wash just for the customer. So when you come in, get your vehicle serviced, we wash, dry, vacuum your car for free. It's state of the art, but free to the customer.
And this summer, you have an AC special.
It's summertime. Air conditioning units are breaking left and right. But guess what? At Brown & Wood, all summer, I have free diagnostics on all air conditioning issues. Only at Brown & Wood.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by this summer and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Take control of your health today with Arc Point Labs. Looking to lose weight? Have you tried everything possible and nothing is working? Sometimes a hormone imbalance can be the underlying cause to weight issues that dieting and exercise can't fix alone. A simple blood test at Arc Point Labs can provide insight to your weight loss goals. Visit arcpointlabs.com today or call 629-6228 to get an appointment. Arc Point Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit artpointlabs.com.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities fees for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
50 years ago, Honda released the Elsinore, a purpose-built motocross bike that redefined the sport. And Red Riders have been racking up wins ever since. That winning legacy continues today with the new CRF 450R, available at Ron Ayers Motorsports. The 2023 450R produces even more low and mid-range torque for faster corner exits. The updated chassis optimizes suspension, performance, and improves handling. And that's just the beginning, because Honda is also releasing a limited edition 450R decked out in historical design. It sports a blue seat, gold wheels, forks and handlebars, commemorative graphics, and more. Then there's the CRF 450 RWE. This Works Edition model gets the same 450R updates plus a slew of performance extras. Choose your new Honda CRF 450R model at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. After all, you've got a legacy to write. CRF 450R models are intended for close course operation only.
Pirate Radio is the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with your Pirate Radio Live. We go beyond the cool.
Beyond the cool.
That's an old inside reference for you Pirate Radio Live fans. A lot of web sleuths out there as well. During that last segment, Jamie said, is Brandon not allowed to be on camera or something? No video? Chad said, is it really live or is it taped? Jamie said, that pic is the shirt Clip has been wearing today. Chad said, we're going to get to the bottom of this. What are y'all on? Like, what? I've been watching, and this is true, this dude, his name is this JS Magic on YouTube, and he does this card trick routine, and I'm obsessed with it, and I've been watching it. But like, you don't ask how he's doing it or what. You just enjoy it. You take in the entertainment, enjoy it. You don't need to get to the bottom of everything.
Do they go to a magic show and say...
They do. They go to the magic show.
They go, all right, how are you doing that? Is this your card? And everybody's like, oh my God.
No, they say...
when those people like Jamie and whoever... Chad are like, oh, no way that's real. How did he do that?
Chad pulls up the YouTube video on his phone in the front row.
Jamie says... I
know how you did it.
Video is back. Some kind of conspiracy going on. Christian has a real ECU question. Is Mike Schwartz going to bump someone up or go out and get a new assistant?
Well, great respect to you, Christian. For one, your name being Christian, that makes you a really nice guy.
I didn't know you were so religious, Coach.
Great respect to you for not knowing that.
Are you going to go out and get a new coach or promote from within?
We're going to, well, first of all, great respect to you for being here. And we're going to have great respect in finding a guy that has great respect in being a coach.
Okay.
And having great respect in being here at East Carolina.
Good answer. Thank you, Coach, for being here. Good question, Christian. That's something, and we talked about it earlier in the show, that Nick Matson, ECU assistant, heading to Texas, horns down. But, yeah, Mike Schwartz has a decision to make, and one that he probably did not anticipate at this point, because they are... I mean, heck, they're practicing. We saw practice pictures today.
I mean, yeah, so. Yes, AI, we're talking about practice.
We are. All right, Big Dog's here. What's up, Big Dog?
I thought we were going to play Name That Sound.
Who says we aren't?
Okay. I'm wondering why Chandler's in here. I thought he was not in the game.
I'm not in the game.
I thought he was in Studio B.
Well, they got mics in there.
I thought we were doing a clean break, though.
What are you thinking?
What is going on?
Why are you thinking so much?
I thought Shirley and I were going to be in here.
You thought. No, just be where your feet are.
That way,
be where your ass is.
President.
You're there. Sure, we're separating y'all.
Okay,
in case something goes a little crazy.
Okay, all right.
I know how you get
competitive.
I know how you get. I know how you are right now. Jamie says, bigger question is, what does Chandler own? Not us. What do you own?
What am I on?
What do you own?
I'm not on anything. Why does everybody think I'm under the influence of drugs? Do people not know this is my personality?
No, because people envy how, charismatic you are.
Joey. I love you.
I'm an intern, Shirley. I got to do what I got to do.
All right, Shirley, hit the theme song to name that sound.
Come on in. Sit right down. Take a guess. And name that sound. Turn that frown upside down. Because it's time for Name That Sound. Now, here's the host of Name That Sound, Miss Shirley Rhodes.
All right, now you throw it to me.
And welcome in to Name That Sound. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Thank you, Shirley. Chat says the big dog looking cool in his shades and nice wood ducks hat. That is a sweet hat. I've got some hat envy going on today. Had a little bit of hat envy when Joey was wearing the purple Braves hat earlier this week.
Yeah,
but
same here.
But that's some serious hat envy. That is a sweet lid the big dog has, which he had to go to Granger Stadium to get it. Not online right now, right?
Not online. I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked before the show.
Yeah, so that is looking good. All right, so Shirley was busy. I said, you know what, Shirley? I've been known to cook up something. I'm known to get in the kitchen. I'm going to cook y'all up some sounds today.
Let yourself cook.
Thank you, sir. So what we're going to do is a battle. And Big Dog, this is your first time on Name That Sound, right?
I believe so.
How do you, are you a good listener, hearer?
I have virtually played along with y'all before.
How have you done virtually?
Virtually well. So we'll see. We'll see how the real experience goes.
Jamie says another conspiracy. I think Big Dog has a computer in those shades. He is the most advanced technologically out of us. Mike P says shades indoors. Big Dog needs to be drug tested.
I'm not the one that's the outlandish personality. That's Chandler.
Why do y'all want everybody drunk? Everybody relax, okay?
Do y'all go around public just saying that guy's high? That guy needs to be drunk.
I can beat the allegations. Chandler, I don't know.
All right, Shirley, we talked about this. So what we're going to do, Glenn, how do you want to do it? You want to do both of you get one phone a friend?
Yes.
But how would that work? I guess if we go to the end and nobody's got it, you can call on Joey or Chandler to help you out.
Yeah.
You get one pick, and Shirley, you can do the same. You got it? If you and Glenn don't know the sound.
And there is once Chandler or Joey have been burned, the other person has to use the remaining one.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. I like it.
A little strategery.
Yeah, there. Exactly. All right. So, Shirley, I have put the sounds up. They are labeled sound 1, 2, 3, so she doesn't know the answers. They're at the bottom of the folder. Okay. All right. Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Let's go with sound number 1 of... And Big Dog, get in quick. You got to get in quick. You know the rules. All right. Here we go. Sound 1.
Hi. My name's Lindsay Lorraine, and I'm from Parker, Colorado. I am the founder of Easy Peasy.
I'm out.
Hit it again.
Hi. My name's Lindsay Lorraine, and I'm from Parker, Colorado. I am the founder of Easy Peasy.
I'm out. Are they saying I'm out at the end?
Yep.
That is Shark Tank.
You are correct, sir.
Bang. Why do they say I'm out so fast?
I don't know, but she's out. Barbara's out.
I've never watched that show.
Big Dog. That's how a big dog attacks, kind of laying in the weeds. Wait, I don't think big dogs do that. But that was good work by you.
I just had to listen. Yeah.
All right.
Are you going to be that dog in freaking duck hunt that just pops
Yes.
out of the weeds and goes, and then just ducks back down.
All right, sound number 2. Here we go.
Kelly Clarkson.
Pink.
Oh, it's pink. Oh, it is pink.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was Kelly Clarkson too. But
It took, Hold on a second. Let me play that again. See
That's
if I
one
can
of my
nail the
guilty
song.
pleasure songs. It's a great song.
Oh.
The song is called Shirley.
Who knew? Who knew? Yeah. Okay.
Love that tune. Pink's very talented.
Very talented.
Love that raspy voice.
Her most recent album, Trust Fall, is very, very good. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it.
All right. Glenn's up 2-0, Shirley.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it right now.
All right, remember, this is a speed game. When I play these games...
Or it's not, because I've kind of let y'all figure out
It's
the
supposed
question
to be.
and I've answered it.
Most of mine are gettable. It's who can get it the quickest.
Right.
All right, here we go. Sound number 3.
Barbecue sauce. I want my baby
back. Chili's.
No, Applebee's.
No, Shirley got his Chili's.
I want my baby back.
Was it?
Yep, it was
No,
Chili's.
You're right.
Chili's,
You're right.
ECU needs to open the Chili's back on campus.
Talk about it.
listening.
All right.
Preach.
Just because COVID happened don't mean we can't cook anymore.
Let Joey cook.
I want my baby back.
Hit it again, Shirley. Barbecue
sauce. I want my baby back.
I got this sound
baby back.
from a YouTube making of that song.
It's electric.
And it's really good.
It's electric.
It's really cool. Check that out. All right. By the way, there's only 10 sounds in this All-Star game, Shirley.
Oh, great.
So we'll do 5, and then we'll take a break and do the last. All right. Sound number 4.
She was fat. Fat as a big girl. Ooh, remember how we met? I hit her with my car. She said we once.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Didn't think I had enough gas.
The great
All
Rodney Dangerfield.
I know is I got a lot of balls.
I couldn't figure out if we were looking for like a movie or a show he had been in.
You got to start saying words.
Okay, sometimes the answer can be.
This is
classic movie that he was in was a movie called Ladybugs. It was a soccer movie.
I remember it.
And there's a scene where he opens up the back of a van. He's standing there with Jack A. Harry, who is co-starring in the movie. Jack A.
Back to School's a good movie with him.
Mary. But anyway, he says, all I know is I got a lot of balls. And the camera pans over and it's nothing but soccer balls. And I don't know why, but it's something that stuck with me and never left.
I still enjoy his stand-up to this day.
Get no respect. No respect at all.
All right. Sound number...
Here's my assistant, Mr. Wang. No offense.
Sound number 5.
The San Francisco tree.
Rice-A-Roni.
Shirley has hit 3 in a row to take a 3-2 lead.
Now, Shirley loves her some rice-a-roni.
I do, but I can't cook it like, you know how rice-a-roni, what it looks like on the box. Okay, my mom can cook it exactly how it is on the box. But when I cook it, I follow the directions on the box, and I kid you not, I screw it up every time. I have not been able to perfect it.
Is it too soupy for you, or is it not?
No. It's when my mom makes it, it's perfect. It's like that. It's flaky, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mine comes out soupy and crunchy, and it's just. And I follow the directions on the box, and I still screw it up. Never been able to make it right. But somehow my mom can make it right, and she never looks at the box.
That's the talent.
Yep, that's, a chef, I am not.
Y'all done?
We just want to hang out. Or we going to break?
All right, let's take a break.
I thought we were going to break. That's why I was waiting on.
I was waiting on y'all to finish talking about rice-a-roni. We conclude our game. Shirley Rhodes up 3-2. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is upon us, and I want to invite you to attend our CG23 Youth Camp here at East Carolina University. We will offer 3 sessions of camp. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and campers will get baseball instruction from the ECU baseball staff and players. Campers will play games each day, and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there, and go Pirates!
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hey Miles, isn't it amazing to think our family has been distributing soft drinks since 1923?
It certainly is, Landon, and with that comes a lot of change. But what hasn't changed is our dedication and commitment to our customers. I'm Miles Minges.
And I'm Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. Our family has taken great pride in refreshing our neighbors, and we are proud to have remained locally owned and operated for over a century. From our family to yours, we say thank you and are honored to be a part of this wonderful community.
Here's to 100 as we celebrate our employees and our customers all over Eastern North Carolina. From generations before us and to future generations.
Cheers to the next 100 years. Cheers to the next 100 years.
Did you know 1 in 5 Americans use alternative wellness practices? And this number is growing, with good reason. Your CBD store empowers modern wellness through premium hemp products. We're the #1 CBD brick and mortar in the world with products for sleep, focus, recovery, and more. Our products are the gold standard in hemp wellness. Your CBD store, Greenville, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, or call 999-5127.
Must be 18 years of age. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This is Lane Hoover, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream and a cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Huh? Am I gonna fit in?
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. They serve lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow Fifth Street Hardware on Instagram for the latest events and specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, right beside the State Theater in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we got a few minutes to go to wrap up this hour. Going to finish out Name That Sound. I had made this game for Shirley and Chandler today, but the big dog was here. And I said, come on in, let's play. We got ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandell and Jared Kalmus, who covers UTSA, coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll get back to the football talk, but having a little fun here on a Thursday. Shirley up 3-2 over Glenn. She's hit 3 in a row. Can she hit 4 in a row, or can Glenn tie it up? Let's hear sound number 6.
Yep, got him.
Strong.
Yeah,
very strong.
It took me a minute. I was like, wait a minute. I know that falsetto, but it took me a minute.
3-3. We got a game. Let's hear sound number 7.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is it's a game I've always loved to play and still love to play. And
I know exactly who that is.
Well, you're not playing, my friend.
Nope.
Hit it again.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is it's a game I've always loved to play and still love to play. And
is that Spivey? Is that Carter Spivey?
It is not, ma'am.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is it's a game I've always loved to play and still love to play. And
it's not Alec.
Come on, big dog. You can't lose in this hat, because if you lose in this hat, I'm taking it home with me.
It's not good. Josh? Josh Groves?
It is not Josh Groves.
I do not have one.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is it's a game I've always loved to play and still love to play. And
it sounds like Josh Moreland, but it's not Josh Moreland.
I bet you it's Josh Moylan.
I have no clue what to do.
Man,
now.
spit an answer out, big dog.
The answer,
Josh Moylan.
Josh Mellon?
Mellon.
The answer is Josh Moylan.
Yeah, he got it.
He said it wasn't Josh Moylan, and then you said it's Josh Moylan. I'm like, what do I do?
Oh, that's a good point.
It's got to be her, because he said, well, it's not Josh Moreland, but she said, I bet.
But he said Josh Moylan first. Ty? Y'all just want to pass?
Yes.
I say give him. I say him
let that be a push.
All right, push. All right, yeah, Josh Moylan.
I was like, that voice is so familiar.
Shirley said it's Josh, and I was about to give it to her, and she said Josh Groves. I was like, oh!
Here's the thing that
and then you said it, and then I was like, yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I thought I messed up on. He said, sounds like Josh Moore. And I went.
Yeah, I saw your hand.
I wanted to be like, you want to say that? Or?
Yeah, you like that?
All right, so no point there. Good round. All right. For this, I need the player that hit this home run. Who hit this home run? Go.
For so long.
So that's a home run in the playoffs.
If they don't get it, can I take a guess?
Yep. Do y'all want to throw out a name?
A home run in the playoffs?
It's a home run memorable we've seen.
I'm going to go Mark McGuire. Oh, no, playoffs, no.
I mean, he's been in the playoffs, but that's incorrect.
Oh, God. What was the guy? The Blue Jays guy. I can see it, but his name is escaping me.
I can't think of the stadium that does that horn. Yes. That's what I'm trying to place. I'm trying to place that sound.
Well, we're running short on time. We're going to have to pass. Shirley, you were on it. It is. Oh, one of y'all want to say it?
Jose Batista.
Joey Bats. Epic bat flip.
Yeah.
The home run and the bat throw.
A walk-off home run.
You know what gave it away to me? Was the horn.
Yeah, I couldn't place the horn.
The horn was what was throwing me off. I was like, what stadium plays a horn?
All right, 2 more. It's not a 2 more. Shirley, sound number 9. Hit it.
And I fell in love with it. I realized, oh my God, I can get paid to eat.
A to E? Is that what he's saying?
Hit it again.
And I fell in love with it. I realized, oh my God, I can get paid to eat.
He's saying I can get
Joey Chestnut.
Yep, that is correct.
Paid to eat.
Paid to eat. Is what
At first, it sounded like A to E, and I'm like, what reference is that?
All right, and finally, if Shirley gets it, she wins. If Glenn gets it, we have a tie. Tie. Name this sound.
It's a crow.
Shirley wins.
Yep.
Shirley wins it 6-4 over the big dog. Great game.
That was a good game.
Great game.
Oh my goodness.
Way to go.
That was very
if I
stressful.
want to lose to somebody, I would rather lose to the champ.
I think that was a good rookie showing, though, for you.
Yeah, that was a strong showing.
And
strong
Shirley,
showing.
you're a veteran.
Love that he knew Pink.
I want to say, Shirley, good bounce back after the Kelly Clarkson miss. You went down 0-2.
Yeah.
You could have folded.
That is your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That is my wheelhouse. And there are certain notes that Pink hits that sounds just like Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I was like, oh, no, this is Kelly. And it didn't hit me until a couple of notes later. And then I was like, as soon as you said Pink, that's when it hit me. I was like, yeah, this is Pink.
I had to finish out the lyrics. I had to run through it.
We got to take a break. Big Dog, thanks for hanging out.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you. We will return with ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandell and UTSA reporter Jared Kalmus. He will join us on the show as we continue our ECU football opponent previews. Got that on the way when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Everybody seems so famous. My tummy, too much pressure and that's when that taxi man turned on the radio and that Jay-Z song was on and that Jigga song was on.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
King Mackerel's is Morehead City's newest restaurant and live music venue. Take a break from the beach and enjoy lunch and dinner on the waterfront or listen to live music on the patio. Open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch, dinner, and late night. And also, don't forget, Sunday Fun Day starts at 11 with brunch at King Mackerel's. Located on the Morehead City waterfront across from Gulf Docks, check out King Mackerel's on social media for all up-to-date information on Facebook and Instagram. Kick back at King Max all summer long.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
And then it was Tuesday.
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McGlawhorn, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the Old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
360 Golf Carts is Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. They have easy-go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by the 360 shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, 360 has you covered. They will even deliver right to you. Visit Brian Harris today on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At the Appliances Superstore, they make buying appliances easy. It's just that simple. The Appliances Superstore has the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. The Appliances Superstore offers a 12-month warranty on every appliance, plus will deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. The Appliances Superstore, off Highway 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Barak.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3 here on a Thursday. Shirley Rhodes, intern Joey, Chan Man, and ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandell here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Marcus, good to see you again. How you doing, man?
Good to see you all as well. I'm doing good, man. I can't complain.
Getting through these summer months where not a ton of sports going on, but it's preview season, Marcus. So we'll talk football here the next few months.
Yeah, it's getting exciting, man. I'm looking forward to the season, summer being over, so to speak, as far as no sports around the Eastern North Carolina area.
Maybe we'll get a weekly CFL update from Marcus. You can keep us up to date on that.
We can do that for sure. Absolutely.
We'll do that in July.
Somehow or another.
All right, so we're going to continue on our ECU football opponent previews. And earlier in the week, we talked to Rich Phillips, play-by-play voice of the SMU Mustangs. They are in that group. Almost like if you look at the betting odds, there's a big four at the top with Tulane, the defending champion, SMU, Memphis, and newcomer UTSA. And we'll learn more about those Roadrunners today as Jared Kalmus joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. He is at Alamo Audible covering the UTSA Roadrunners and also a contributor over at Underdog Dynasty. Jared, appreciate your time. How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for bringing me on, and hopefully the first appearance of many years of football between ECU and UTSA.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. And most of all, I've said this, just it's something new, it's something different. ECU playing in a dome, and the Alamo Dome at that. And I was thinking about it, Marcus. You played in the Carrier Dome, right?
That's right.
And won in the Carrier Dome.
And we won.
And but you don't see, other than trips to Tulane, maybe a bowl game here and there, it's a unique venue, Jared, for those of us that have not played in something like that. So what's a game day like there at the Alamo Dome for football?
Oh, first off, you guys are going to love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, as far as play on the field, it gets really loud. I mean, you can be in the Alamo Dome for like a high school playoff game, and maybe there's 5,000 people there, and you're just like shocked at how loud it gets just the acoustics of the roof of that dome just amplifies noise, similar to the Carrier Dome. And it really has like almost like a pro NFL feel. So it's different than your typical collegiate atmosphere. It's a little bit less of the collegiate vibe, and more music over the speakers, and replay boards everywhere, and a lot of beer, a lot of concessions, easy to get to, and our tailgating scene is just top notch. I mean, I think you guys will really appreciate that. For any Pirate fans that make the long trip out to San Antonio. We haven't been doing it long, but we do it well, that's for sure.
That is good to hear, and vice versa. When you guys make a return trip here to Greenville, you'll enjoy certainly the tailgate aspect of it. Jared, let's talk about a really solid 2022 that could have been even better. And I remember UTSA. We do talk a lot of gambling here on the show, and talking to Jeff Nadu, big man on campus, we were talking UTSA a lot early last year. Had that heartbreaker to open up against Houston, a narrow win over Army, and then I remember thinking, all right, I think UTSA can go in there and beat the Longhorns. That didn't happen. Week 3, lost 41-20. So you start 1-2, and boy, did you finish strong after that. But man, those couple go a different way early in the season. You could have had a real special year last year.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that Houston game, it really came down to a 12-men on the field penalty. UTSA had the stop right there and pretty much had the game on lock. And then, Houston gets the free first down on that special teams blunder. So that was a tough one. Jeff Traylor always seemed to flush the losses pretty quickly. Well, he's been at UTSA, but you can tell that one bothered him and stuck with him for a while. So that was a big what if. And then, the Texas game, the score on the scoreboard at the end of the game makes it seem like it wasn't close. But, I was in Darrell K. Royal Stadium that night, and I can promise you the Longhorn fans are not too happy to be within one score of little old UTSA at the end of the third quarter. So it was a fun atmosphere for sure. And, the team definitely showed a lot of promise, more than the record showed, and then went on to prove that promise throughout conference play.
They went on a long winning streak, dominated the conference, and that other loss on the season didn't come until your bowl game in the Cure Bowl against Troy. But yeah, I guess if there is such thing as like earning a step up in conferences, UTSA did just that by dominating Conference USA last year. So, Jared, how about the move? Do you feel like that UTSA is going to come in and not have to face those growing pains? You think you guys are a factor from day one?
Well, I think right now, I think they're in a pretty good spot. I think having a seventh-year quarterback definitely helps in the transition. I think when you see these teams make moves up, kind of the conference ladder, the teams that have a really established quarterback that knows their system will tend to do better right out of the gate, and that's what UTSA has in Frank Harris. So they return a lot. They've got a great coach. I think they've been recruiting at the right level to compete in this conference for a couple of years now. So, I think they're in a pretty good spot, at least, if we're talking football only. If we want to talk basketball, it's a totally different story. But I definitely expect the Roadrunners to be in contention for I guess there's no divisions, but, in contention to play in the conference championship game this year.
Jared, this is Marcus. Clip talking about you guys finished off on a strong note last year. You finished up in the top 25th to be exact. What's been the mentality for you all coming into this season, getting ready for the 2023 season, coming off that 25th poll?
Yeah, definitely. So, even back to last year, I think the message that Jeff Traylor was sending to his guys was, we want to show that UTSA is a program that's built to last, in his words, that it's not just a flash in the pan, good quarterback, had a couple of good seasons, and, it's kind of a novelty, and they'll be forgotten, right? They really wanted to establish themselves as a program, not just as a good team, right? So there's a lot of seniors on this team that, obviously will be using their super senior season, so they were certainly no obligation to return. They had their degree and all of that. Then, of course, NIL, portal, tampering, all that stuff. There's a lot of guys on this roster that there were a lot of rumors, around SEC programs and stuff, trying to entice them to hop in the portal. And, with one key exception in Zachary Franklin, everyone else came back, right? So I think they're guys that are really bought into this program and want to prove that they're capable of, competing at this higher level in the American Athletic Conference.
Talking to Jared Kalmus, covering UTSA Roadrunners football. And I wonder about Tulane with that, Marcus, where they had a banner year last year. they got a good coach in Willie Fritz, but is that a one-year wonder, or is that something they can do back-to-back years? And that's something UTSA is going through. We've seen teams have those special seasons, but, man, it's tough to repeat it, especially like what Jared said, everybody's coming after your guys, right?
Absolutely, man, because, from our standpoint in regards to being at the top and then teams at the bottom, they're looking up at you, and you got that target on your back, man, and you're the giant, so to speak. And but to look at it from a different level, different perspective is those guys still have a target as well. They still have a target to get to that number one spot or move up from 25 to 24 or whatever it may be for them. So it's pretty interesting for sure, but definitely, you got all the teams that are going to be gunning for you in the conference for sure.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting. You come in almost as a Martin man, Jared, because as I mentioned, you look at the gambling odds, UTSA is right up there with SMU, Memphis, and the defending champion Tulane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of a strange position to be in, moving up from a lower level of competition at Conference USA, and I'm going to guess if I'm a guy on the Memphis roster, SMU roster, Tulane roster, I'm kind of looking down on UTSA, like how presumptuous of them to come in here and think that they're going to compete year one, right? So I think that there's going to be that mental aspect that the Roadrunners have to keep in check as well, because the depth, not just on individual rosters, but from week to week, is going to be a big difference from Conference USA.
Looking at the scores outside of that Troy game, which looks like a score from the 1960s, it looks like a lot of 30s, 40s, 50s on the left side in the win column for you guys. And I see a few sevens on the defensive side. How about defense? We're kind of wondering, all right, who's going to play defense? Looks like the Americans are going to have a lot of shootouts this year. How about UTSA defensively? How do they hold up on that side?
I think they're a solid defensive team, definitely not as exceptional as they are on offense. Some pretty good individual talents. I think the problem that UTSA's had on defense, and this goes back for a couple of years, is they tend to play pretty aggressive, especially in the secondary. So teams in the American are going to see a lot of single coverage, a lot of one safety, zero safety looks, right? So the big play ability is definitely there. If you catch a defender slipping or they're out of alignment or something like that. But they play an on-man front. They've got some pretty good talent on the defensive line. There was a freshman that broke out last year and had a freshman All-American season, Trey Moore. Definitely a name to look out for there. He's a ferocious pass rusher that he's very I would say flexible at the line of scrimmage. He tends to dip down under blockers. So he's a lot of fun to watch, and just a lot of experience returning. Rashad Wisdom's one of the leaders of the defense, San Antonio local, that he missed half of last season with a shoulder injury. So we'll see how he bounces back from that, and definitely be good to get his experience and his physicality back there in the backfield. Talking
to Jared Kalmus, looking at their schedule, Marcus, and we'll get to UTSA's schedule in particular, but you played in the ECU era of anyone, any place, anytime. We've talked about you going down to Miami and beating the Hurricanes, going up to Q's and beating them. And it looks like UTSA has taken that mindset at Houston, at Tennessee, and Army is always tough. Got them in the non-conference this year.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Clip. And you look at the Tennessee game, who's done very well over the last couple of years. They look at their schedule and they're like, this is a great opportunity for us to make a name for ourselves as a university football team, at least, as Jared said. Can't really speak for the other sports, right. But it's a great opportunity for them looking at their schedule, because if they win or come close to those games, they're going to get noticed around the nation.
And, Jared, you get that rematch with Houston to start off, Texas State and Army in the Alamo Dome, and then a trip to Rocky Top. So, nothing else, fans got to be pumped about this non-conference schedule.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm really thrilled. And I live in Houston, right, so it's an extra bonus for me. But I know the attendance is going to be awesome for Texas State and Army games. San Antonio is a big military city, so anytime a service academy is in town, it's going to be a great turnout. And that one's being on a Friday on ESPN. So a great spotlight for the program and for the conference.
And kind of funny that you go to Tennessee. It's a long ways to go to play a football game. Then the conference opener the next week is even further away in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's a bye week for the guys to get readjusted a little bit. But, yeah, really, if you look at a lot of UTSA schedules in the past, they've had years they never left the state of Texas. Or they left the state of Texas.
That's what I was looking at. I think it's 8 of 12 this year coming up.
Yep.
That you guys play in the state of Texas.
Yeah, so there were a couple years in Conference USA where UTSA would be pretty solid, and then they would get out to the East Coast and play Marshall, Charlotte, schools like that, Old Dominion, and really struggle with that road trip. So, we'll see, like that game in Temple against in Philadelphia, it's quite a trip, right? So, see that the team gets used to those longer road trips.
We touched on it a little bit, Jared, but would you say to where we are at this point, the transfer portal has been a net positive, net negative, kind of even? Like, people are going after UTSA's guys. Some guys are stepping up from other schools to go to UTSA. Here at East Carolina, we see guys that go to North Carolina, NC State, and maybe not get the time they want and come back home, so to speak, come to ECU. That could happen when you're in a big state like Texas as well. So how's that worked out for the Roadrunners?
Oh, man, it's been a life send, for UTSA. I think it's one of the more underrated story points of the Jeff Traylor era at UTSA. Before Zachary Franklin left to Ole Miss this offseason, UTSA never lost a serious contributor to the portal, not a single one. And it's just hard to wrap your head around how, Jeff Traylor's able to pull it off. UTSA has a respectable NIL program, but it's definitely not a Power 5 level, right? So these guys are really playing, for love of their teammates, love their coach, and all of that. And they've been able to get a lot of guys that are from Texas and maybe were recruited by the staff at another program, or were recruited by UTSA, years ago. And, just like you're describing, the third string, second string, whatever. And they come to UTSA and become, instant impact, all conference type player. Nick Troy Fortune is a really great example. So he was at West Virginia. He was a starter there, had some injuries, lost a starting spot, and then he came into UTSA, started from day one, won a conference championship, right? So a lot of guys you can point to like that UTSA has really enjoyed, getting a second chance to recruit some, 3-4 star level talent for sure.
East Carolina will play UTSA coming up October 28th. Do you know if Victor Wembanyama will be there to flip the coin or anything? Is a lot of folks excited around those parts right now, right?
Yeah, no kidding. It's awesome. A lot of Spurs actually have been showing up to the games in the past couple of years, so hopefully he'll come out. I'm excited to see him do the coin flip because, he's so tall. It's going to be some serious gravity when that coin comes down. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's out there for at least one game.
That'd be pretty cool. See those old and that's kind of my fascination with the Alamo Dome. I just remember watching so many games there on TV as a kid. And they had that big blue whatever up, Jared, like the curtain to cover part of the arena, but just so many championships, great players. Sean Elliott hitting a corner three, and I don't know, just a lot of. I think it'll be cool to be playing some football there.
Yeah, definitely, and it's cool for I guess maybe the older fans in our fan base because the students are too young to remember those Spurs playing in the Alamo Dome. But it's cool some of the moments that UTSA has had these past couple of years are now kind of written into the lore of the Alamo Dome. Like a lot of Oscar Cardenas's catch, UTSA's tight end that's just been incredibly clutch these past couple of years. It's like those moments for the UTSA fans and the San Antonio natives just kind of stand, on that same kind of pillar, right? So it's just cool to see that local tie-in, and really cementing UTSA as San Antonio's team and not just the universities.
Jared Kalmus joining us. Marcus, anything else you want to know about these Roadrunners before we let Jared go?
Jared, you guys have experienced some tremendous amount of heat down there. How do those guys beat the heat as they get starting to prepare for the season when they come back?
I can tell you they probably won't have as many cramps as some of the other teams, right, when they're playing outdoors. It's interesting. I think back to the Army game last year when they're up at West Point. I think, it's maybe 80, 90 degrees up there in New York, and the Army players were dropping like flies, even with all the training and drills and marching they do. But UTSA was so used to the crazy heat in San Antonio that they weren't as fazed by it. So you definitely got to take a little bit off in practice sometimes, and, you hear Coach Traylor say that too. They have the GPS monitoring vest or whatever, so they can see, the miles per hour they're going to practice and the heart rates and all that stuff. So they'll definitely take a little bit off here and there, to protect the guy's health and all of that. But, they use a lot of science and have a pretty great strength and conditioning coach. So I think they're pretty adjusted to it at this point.
And Marcus, we had a pretty mild spring, early summer here in Eastern North Carolina, but starting to feel kind of normal June, July temps now, right?
Today and yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Lots of humidity.
Yeah, and it's
heat.
Is it a different heat? Like the Texas heat and the North Carolina?
I think it's similar. Okay. Yeah, I think it's very similar. They've had some record-breaking heat there, I believe, in the last week or so. But yeah, we haven't experienced that this year yet.
I always hear I guess Arizona, like the dry heat compared to our humid heat.
That's
type
right.
thing. Yeah. All right, Jared, good stuff, man. We'll wrap it up with you here. What are your expectations for this UTSA team? As we said, challenging non-conference, and then your first year in the AAC, although you'll see UAB, FAU, North Texas, and Rice on the schedule. So you'll get a nice feel of that league mixed with the new AAC. So I don't know, what kind of number are you looking at for this year?
Yeah, I think right now, I think I put the over at 8.5. I think 9 wins feels about right for me. There's some kind of unknowns on the schedule. Like Army's moving away from the triple option, right? So like those games have been really close between the two programs. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And some more road trips than UTSA's seen in the past. So, I'm not expecting the same. It's hard to expect 11 win seasons year in or year out, no matter who you are. Unless you're Alabama or Georgia, it's probably not going to happen, right? So, 9 win feels good to me. Team's got to stay healthy and all that. But I just think week in and week out, there's going to be some tougher battles. UTSA had like some auto wins in Conference USA from some programs that just didn't have the same level of talent. So I think that feels about right, and that would be a huge success for UTSA for sure.
Jared, great chatting with you, man. We will talk to you again the week of the game. We'll catch up with you and do another preview. But looking forward to seeing the road runners. And when people have asked, who do you like coming into this league? Not from a geographical standpoint. I don't like having a team in San Antonio in ECU's conference. But from a competitive standpoint, the venue, you guys have a cool logo, cool colors, like all that stuff. I'm on board with UTSA. I think it's going to be a lot of fun having you guys in the league.
Yeah, I think we're a fun team. You meet a lot of people that just randomly follow UTSA just because of the meet and the road runner and stuff. But
the meet, Marcus? Yeah. Remember the old road runner?
Oh, man.
Meet. So, yeah, that's good stuff. Jared, thanks for joining us today, man. Enjoyed it, and we'll talk again down the road with you.
Thank you, guys. Same here.
All right, there is Jared Kalmus talking UTSA football. Marcus, if I had to pick, and you won't let me take ECU, I think I would pick this team. I'm interested to see how they go from the Conference USA to the AAC. But you can't deny what they did last year. Start off 1-2 with a heartbreaking loss to Houston, tough one on the road at Texas, and then just run the table until their bowl game. That's strong.
It really is, Clip. And you look at that team, and since the coaching staff came in, and I believe it was 2019, and then they didn't even the 2020 year, which we all know what that was, right? And so when you talk about sports and you talk about those short turnarounds to success, man, great job of for those guys of getting those teams to the top of their level of playing football field, on the football field.
We'll talk a little bit more about UTSA. Going to talk about their coach, Jeff Traylor, when we return, and we'll have more for you here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, I got a new song for the booty bag just for today. We'll see if this gets flagged as well. So let's hit it real quick.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Wow, Power Radio, gonna be awesome.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll see.
Anthony Kiedis came by earlier today.
Okay.
And dropped that for us. We're going to give away something right now. 317-1250. What are we giving away?
Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers.
Oh, man. That's a good one. What caller?
10.
Caller 10, 317-1250. Back with the Hall of Famer Marcus Crandell. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Ayo's fans, the Birdland Summer Music Series presented by Miller Lite continues at Oriole Park at Camden Yards on Friday, June 30th with DJ Diesel, a.k.a. Shaquille O'Neal. After the Orioles take on the Minnesota Twins at 7:05, stay postgame to watch DJ Diesel live from the infield. The concert is open to all fans who attend the game with the option to add special on-field access for just $35. You can get up close and experience the biggest DJ in the world live at Camden Yards. Get your tickets at Orioles.com/music.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Serving those who serve is a lifelong mission, one that Budweiser supports with folds of honor. Together, they've been helping military families for over 13 years by funding life-changing scholarships. So join me in raising a Budweiser to raise funds for families for American heroes. Grab a case of Budweiser today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting our military veterans and the pirate nation since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and congratulations to Don Skinner of Greenville. Picked up lunch for two at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Halftime Don, one of our smoking buddies, the Chandler and I, during halftime of ECU basketball games. We go out, recap the first half, talk about how we're going to win the second half. Don actually checked in on Facebook earlier today. He said, "Hey, Clip, me and Halftime Steve have been thinking, how about Chandler using his influence over at the athletic office and get us some chairback seats installed outside of Minji's for halftime? If not, we transferring." So you better get that done, Chandler.
Hitting the portal.
He's going to find him a new team to root for, Marcus. He said, "Speaking of round ball, I'm saying we hit 20 to 22 wins this year. Mark it down." All right. That's cool with me. I'd like to see a 20-win team on the court at Minji's Coliseum.
That'd be awesome.
Be down for that. We were talking some football a moment ago, previewing UTSA, and I like this, Marcus. This is like, see, it's a lot in coaching, I feel like, but Texas is such a vast landscape. But Jeff Traylor is their coach. Jeff Traylor is 55 years old. He was born in Gilmer, Texas. He went to school at Stephen F. Austin, played for the Lumberjacks. He then coached, got his first coaching job at Big Sandy High School in Texas in 1989. Went to Jacksonville High School in Texas. Coached his alma mater, high school, from 2000 to 2014. So less than 10 years ago, he had not coached outside of high school. He then goes to Texas, the university, to coach special teams tight ends. SMU, where he's an assistant head coach and running back coach. He then finally, for the first time in his life, goes outside of Texas, but not too far, to Arkansas. And then he's back 2020 at UTSA. This guy spent his entire life playing, coaching at all different levels in Texas. And I hate to say it, but sports, you just kind of wonder how long this guy's going to be there, Marcus, because in 3 seasons at UTSA, 7-5, 12-2, 11-3.
Yeah.
I mean, just sparkling records for UTSA.
Yeah, exponential growth, man, for those guys. He's done an exceptional job of getting people on board, getting his coaching staff on board, and getting players to buy into what he's trying to preach, so to speak. And great job on them all around, right? Great job for the whomever had the hand in hiring him.
Yeah, they found picked a good one.
They didn't have to go far, so he's homegrown.
Yeah,
right, which makes it more interesting, as you said, in regards to this story, right? And so, good job for them, man. And I think they're good. They're going to do well in this conference for sure. They have the proven record for sure, and they just got to make the adjustment.
Mike Houston's branched out a little bit, but as far as miles goes, Mike Houston may have gone less miles than Traylor has, because Texas is so big. But Mike Houston, born in Franklin, North Carolina, played at Mars Hill, started coaching in high school in 1994, Forbush High School, T.C. Roberson High School in the state of North Carolina. He was at Brevard College in North Carolina. Lenore Ryan went down a state to the Citadel, up a state to James Madison. And so he's been kind of in that same area as well. And I kind of think about a guy like Matt Rule, who was in the Philly area with Temple, and it's like he gets that Baylor job, and it's like, man, I don't know. It's kind of a weird move, right? All the way across the country. Then goes to the Panthers, then goes to Nebraska. So he's in a different category of these guys we're talking about, trying to work at different places. But
you know what? That's the traditional when you talk about coaching, though, right?
Where you're all over the place.
All over the place,
yeah.
And that's what it is, really. You got to be prepared to go anywhere when that phone rings or someone calls. You got to be prepared to go if you're looking to, get higher up in the coaching realm, so to speak.
And Marcus, as a player, you didn't go too far for your college choice, but then football took you a lot of different places.
Oh, yes, absolutely, man. All around the world.
All around the world. So, literally. That's right, World League. So
all around the world.
You were all over the place. Yeah. All right, good stuff. We'll continue. We've knocked out half the schedule on our opponent previews. When we return from our July 4th break, we'll wrap those up. Got Corey Glore going to join us from Tulane. Talked to J.C. Peel, play-by-play voice of Rice. We'll get him on. So we'll continue on these chats. And Marcus going to have some great interviews for us as well when we return from July. We'll tease that. We won't say what's coming up. But
all right, okay.
Or you want to?
No.
Do you feel good about them?
Let's keep it under the wraps.
All right, good deal. Marcus, I saw earlier this week ECU put out on social media Who would you nominate for the East Carolina Hall of Fame? A club that you are in, that you're very proud of. It's awesome that you're in it. And immediately, you remember our chat with Carlister Crumpler?
Yes.
In fact, he said if Jeff Charles isn't in this year, he's going to be upset.
Yeah, right.
And you don't want to get the big man upset.
Don't want to get the big man upset, absolutely.
Jeff Charles would be upset knowing that Leonard Henry's not still in. That would be his nomination. He got on his soapbox a lot for the former Pirate running back. So there's a couple names there. The great voice, Jeff Charles, running back Leonard Henry. But I want to ask you, Marcus, you played with some great players. You've been around. You know who's not in that you think maybe should be in, and who did you come up with?
Well, I mean, those two for sure, as we know and we've talked about over the past few weeks. Jeff definitely deserves an opportunity to get in for sure, just as Mr. Crumpler said, and we concur with that, that statement. But a couple of other names we've had him on. One other is Jeff Connors. He deserves to be in there, I believe. Yeah. Who's not in there yet? So I think he's done. He's a big piece of the puzzle from what ECU started off with in regards to when they got here, and then where he took the program to, and then they're. Every year we're kind of building off of that, and on top of that too, Mark. How many guys have we talked to where his name comes up? Yeah,
you know what I mean.
A lot, and that's what I mean.
Yeah,
he has that resounding effect.
Yeah, no doubt.
Another person, RIP. I'm a little biased on this one. Is my former roommate and teammate is Morris Foreman. Great athlete. He did some special things here when he played at ECU. He was a linebacker, probably, and most people don't know this, but people back then did. He also returned punts and kickoffs.
When have you heard of that, folks? A linebacker returning punts.
That's right, man. and actually, I think he led the nation in punt return average at some point. But I think he definitely deserves a spot or a nomination as well.
Shirley, what do you think about Mofo? I know a lot of folks would be on board with that.
Yeah, like an entire town.
Absolutely.
Farmville would definitely be behind that, and I have my little tiny claim to fame that I was forced to guard Mofo playing backyard basketball. I used to have a basketball goal in my backyard, and the neighborhood kids would come over. And guys like Mofo and Jarvis Lang and Tony Lang, the entire Lang family, and there's like 8 of them, and they're all really good ball players. And for some reason, pick on the short girl and tell her to go guard Mofo.
Foreman, yeah.
I mean, I got trucked a lot.
Well, I played basketball with him as well, and against him, so I know how that.
And that's the thing. A lot of people think of Mofo as a football player, but he was very good basketball player.
Athlete and basketball player for sure. He reminds you, if you haven't watched him play basketball or didn't watch him play basketball back then, you watch Magic Johnson and all those guys that dished the rock. To help his teammates out, that was Morris Foreman. He did everything he could to get his teammates involved on the basketball court, and just a tremendous athlete, man, as we know.
All right. So, anybody else on the Marcus Crandell big board?
I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
Because you hate to leave people off, but I think those two or those 4 are enough right now.
All right. When you mentioned Morris Foreman playing basketball, it didn't play for ECU, obviously, but I thought about Demaine Duckett, who played football and hoops at ECU. How about this week, Marcus? East Carolina got a commit from a tight end, Nick Slogic. I've never heard his name said. I've just read it. We'll go Slogic. He is a tight end and a baseball player, and looks like he's going to give it a go on both. So he was a Pittsburgh Panther commit, but saw his recruitment take off for football. So he's been offered an opportunity to play both football and baseball at East Carolina. We hadn't seen that in a long time.
Haven't seen it in a long time, and I think it's tremendous in regards to him getting that opportunity to do that. I think it's when you talk about playing high school sports and you're playing multiple sports, I think it just bodes well for your school, wherever you're going, because the amount of education and experience and all those things that go along with sports, from one sport to the next, it all transitions into that other sport, whatever you're going to play.
Cliff Godwin practices what he preaches. There's a famous quote that's it's almost like a meme at this point. It goes around. I see a lot of people putting it up where he said, you give me an awesome player who only focuses on baseball growing up, or you give me, a multi-sport athlete who's a good all-around athlete who happens to be good at baseball as well. He said, give me that guy that's not just specializing in baseball. Give me the overall athlete. You can do more with it. And now he's going to get a guy who is going to try to play both here. I need to talk to Kevin Monroe. I know he was on the baseball team when he played here. So need to get his thoughts on that because, Marcus, that's, these athletes, we talked to Garrett Saylor, ECU pitcher yesterday, who just wrapped up his career, and he was enjoying his rest, but he was also confused. Like, I've had a schedule for the last 4 or 5 years. I don't know what to do now. Like, think about a two-sport athlete. You're not going to have any free time almost.
Absolutely.
So, it's going to be tough. But that'll be interesting to see how he does. All right, let's take another break. We'll come back more with Marcus Crandell, ECU Hall of Famer, joining us here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
What's up there, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram here in Washington, North Carolina. This just came in, just announced 10% off MSRP on all 23 Ram Bighorns. That's right, huge savings, 10% off window sticker on these 23 Bighorns. And it is that time of year, it is Wrangler season. We have a huge selection of Jeep Wranglers, Gladiators, soft top, hard tops. So come check us out here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by this summer and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
There's nothing like holding a freshly grilled Jersey Mike's cheesesteak. It's even better than holding a winning $1 million lottery ticket. For starters, Uncle Sam takes half. Then you buy some useless stuff, like a tiny suit of armor for your cat. And before you know it, your sisters, cousins, and Uncle Frankie come knocking on your door for handouts. Bing, bang, boom, you're back to zero. So if you want to play a winning number, order a number 17 Mike's Famous Philly. Freshly grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you've just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles Juicy Golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
Pirate Radio.
I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
For goodness sake.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com. or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, doing a little Canadian geography here with Marcus Crandell. I'm going to do a province quiz with Shirley Rhodes one week. See how she does.
Oh, Lord, I'm not very good with geography. Or as Bryce would call it, the geographicals.
The geographicals. I had to learn all these back in the day.
How often do you look at the map, though, really?
What type of geography are we talking here?
Well,
Canadian in this particular case.
Yeah, Google Maps, like if I need to find out how far it is to drive somewhere.
Well, I can know states, cities like Quebec.
Yeah, that's the name of a city.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, you get a gold star.
Vancouver. I was in Toronto last year.
That's the province.
Quebec.
Is it? Okay.
And here's Joey down here in Puerto Rico, Marcus. You ever been to Puerto Rico?
Oh, yeah.
You been?
Yes, sir. That's where all my family is, so I visit there whenever we can.
And your folks are in Fayetteville?
Yep.
All right.
They're right now chilling, cooking a pizza.
Any impact from the, I think it was a tropical storm or something like that years ago?
Like the hurricanes happen all the time,
Yeah.
but that last one I bought my family friend a generator for his house in exchange for a puppy who's now my son. So
awesome.
Yeah. I would try to help out when we can, but just like it's pretty tough.
It was
Puerto Rican
devastating
government is
when I
not the
saw.
best, so
And there's only so many things you're the phrase out there on an island. You're literally out there on an island. Like as far as reinforcing and the way you build it and all that stuff, nature's going to do what it does, right?
Yeah. And then when things like that happen, they know that, of course, outside families want to help or visit and stuff. That's when the ticket prices for the planes, they go crazy. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we try to get out there when we can, but it's fun. I'll do a little on location one day,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Awesome.
Marcus Crandell here joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Marcus, looking at, I saw some NBA headlines today we can jump to. So, James Harden wants to go to another team. Is that where we are?
He wants to go to another team.
Opening up his options.
He's signed into his option, though.
So, yeah.
He exercises $35 million option, but they want to trade him. So some other team's going to pay for it, not the Sixers.
How Bradley Beal introduced with the Phoenix Suns today? How big of an impact is that?
I think that's going to be an issue. You got Devin Booker who wants to shoot, KD who wants to shoot, Bradley Beal who wants to shoot. You lost your facilitator.
Who is their point guard?
I don't know. You lost your facilitator in Chris Paul. I guess you got campaign. And then I think they're trying to get a guard and move DeAndre in, but
they're probably going to have Devin Booker be that guy.
The ball handler.
Right? The ball handler. And but you do have a situation where you have a lot of scorers. All right, I think they need to improve on the defensive end for sure. Because if you score a lot of points, you got to be able to stop somebody as well. So as much as they're going to be explosive on the offensive end at some point, especially when you get to the playoffs. And when you get down to championship basketball, you're going to have to be able to make those stops down the stretch.
Looking at the odds right now, the way too early odds, there is a group of 4 kind of at the top. Celtics, the favorite, what I'm looking at on FanDuel right now, followed by the defending champion Nuggets. Then you got the Bucks, and then you got those Suns. Is that fair? Is that yeah?
That's interesting to me because I feel like they lost huge value in Marcus Smart and didn't really gain much when it comes to I mean, I'm not the biggest Porzingis fan, and to put him in a 4 or 5 position next to Jaylen Brown or Tatum, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you're gonna. This is exactly what I was just talking about. You're gonna lose an all-around player as well. I guess Porzingis is kind of all around, but Marcus, he just had that tenacity. He had that tenacious defense that he played, and he would match up against the some of the best players and shut them down when he could. But it's going to be interesting. All right, I wouldn't have put them at the top right there. I wouldn't have.
Who would you put at the top?
Man, that's a great question. I would actually put the Nuggets, man.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
I say the Nuggets.
You said so. Who else is there up there? I'm sorry.
Celtics, Nuggets, Bucks, Suns.
I don't like any of those teams right now. I mean,
somebody's got to win it.
Somebody does got to win it. I don't see why the Hornets aren't up there.
I really do think Denver's going to be that new.
Don't say the D word though. Ain't no dynasty.
I think they're going to be the new dynasty.
No.
I really do, man, because you got to. There are no teams that are going to match up with them, right? And when you get deep into the playoffs and you get to the finals, man, it's going to be hard to beat them for sure when you talk about matching up.
Joey, let's take a long shot or a longer shot. What do we think about how about the Kings? Another year of the Kings. Get even better this year.
They'll get better.
Win a playoff series.
They'll get better because I like the coach that they got. That guy came from the Warriors, and so they got like a good fundamental core with De'Aaron Fox and stuff like that. And now he's back with his college teammate Malik Monk and stuff. So Kings are good, but I don't know about making a great playoff.
I just think experience got them, right? They hadn't been there in a long time and just kind of possibly got overwhelmed by the fact of just making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they would be ahead of their window. Like it took the Nuggets a while to. That's right. And they were together for a while, and it took a healthy Jamal Murray too to get them there at the end.
Tell you what, even though they were in the finals, I feel like the Miami Heat have a good chance next year if they can somehow get their hands on Damian Lillard and not give up too much away.
Plus 1,700 right now are the Heat, kind of basically 3, 6, 7th on the list behind the Warriors and Lakers. You got to put them up there.
They can give up a couple picks, Tyler Hero, and package it to Portland. I mean, that would be a pretty big improvement for Miami. I just want to see Dame go rock out somewhere else.
I love Damian Lillard. I'd like to see him win there, but if he can't, I wouldn't mind him winning somewhere else. Big Dame fan. All right. What are you following anything right now in the sports world, Marcus? You watching CFL or anything?
Watching. I've watched some CFL over the past few weeks while I was up in Canada. Actually, over the past couple of weeks, no. But I have kept up with the scores and all of that. The one thing, as I mentioned, I have to mention it because I'm a proud dad. One thing in sports, from a family standpoint, is my son. I'm in that transfer portal and all that mode right now. My son decommitted from Colgate College, University, and he committed to Arizona State. So
now, okay,
Sun Devil.
What sport is he talking about, Joey?
I have no idea.
Well, take a guess. I mean, you got a football
Canada.
Hall of Famer here.
And he's from Canada.
And,
soccer?
That's a good guess.
No.
Actually,
lacrosse or hockey.
There you go.
Hockey.
Last one.
Arizona State hockey, Marcus.
Arizona
I got to
State
say, I didn't know that was a thing.
It is.
How does the ice not melt?
Just like that.
That's cool, though.
That's like Vegas winning the NHL title.
Well, that's really neat. So when will he be enrolling?
He's actually going to play another year of junior hockey somewhere, probably where he is right now, which is St. Albert. Sherwood Park with the Crusaders. And then in 2024, that's where he was actually all the teams that recruited him from the beginning, they were wanting him to play another year of junior hockey and then go to college in 2024.
All right, what is compare that to? Is that like AAU or showcase baseball, or what is junior hockey?
Junior hockey.
How would you put it into American terms for me?
Yeah, I would say AAU.
Kind of like that.
Kind of
Okay.
like that.
So he goes to high school, but this is it. Junior hockey is AAU team basically.
Yeah,
This club team.
As far as baseball is like a farm league.
Okay,
so to
all right.
speak, and but you're still playing it while you're in high school as well.
So we had Brooks Hill, former Pirate Radio intern. We got to take a break, Shirley, our final break. He is the play-by-play voice of Binghamton. It is he called it, to explain it to my dumb brain, like a single-A hockey affiliate up in Binghamton, New York. But he says they have their own draft and everything, and they look at those junior leagues and stuff like that. So I guess it's a little different, the hockey world, compared to other sports, right?
It really is. You have some of the sports, basketball, you have the different leagues or whatever, and baseball as well. It's just another opportunity for kids to continue playing if they want to. More pools for professional teams to pull from, and all those good things. So it's good for the sport.
All right, Mike Pease, our lacrosse guy, he said Lacrosse World Championships going on now. Semis on ESPN2 tonight. Joey, could that be your pick of the day? We'll find out when we return after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
This is summer shopping season at Brown & Wood here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
It may be hot outside, but in Russell's, the clothing is light, bright, and beautiful. Hi, I'm Russell Smith with Russell's in downtown Washington. We have a great inventory of cool, lightweight, colorful apparel for all your summer needs. Lots of dresses, tops, and accessories for the ladies. For the men, it's shorts, polos, swimwear, and t-shirts, just for starters. Feel good and look even better when you shop for summer apparel at Russell's in downtown Washington. It's all about you, Pirate Nation, our friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Skip the cooking this week and liven up your gathering with catering from Jimmy John's. Choose from a variety of mouth-watering Jimmy John's specialties, including box lunches, tasty sides, 18 or 30-piece party boxes, or 12 packs of mini Jimmys made to order on fresh-baked bread with hand-sliced meats and fresh veggies. Pick it up or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit.
Jimmy John's, with 3 locations in Greenville. Order online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com. Have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. This year's schedule features the return of daily themes including Tribute Tuesday, Winning and Wind Down Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Mother Earth Friday, Pepsi Saturday, and Dogs and Dogs Day. Make sure to follow the Down East Wood Ducks on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook so you don't miss anything. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was closing today on a good note. They were up 269 points, finished at 34,122. The NASDAQ remained unchanged at 13,591, and the S&P was up 19 points at 4,396. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, back to Clip.
Wrapping it up with Marcus Crandell. Marcus, the hour flies by, as always. Let me ask you this final question. We had Rich Shea on earlier this week. He's the president of Major League Eating. You got the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest on July 4th. Now, you're in great shape. You're not a glutton. But if you took on myself, Shirley, Chandler, Joey in an eating contest, and you got to pick the food, what food could you eat a lot of in a short amount of time?
Oh.
What would you pick?
Okay. Pizza.
All right.
Not saying that I would do it.
No, but that would be okay. Glenn Griffin said he could take us all down.
I'd definitely be last.
What, you just want to eat a pizza?
I'm just saying, I have a few pizzas.
Well, what could you eat a lot of in a short amount of time? Chick-fil-A nuggets would be good for me. I could nothing.
I mean, I can still say pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go pizza.
Coffee's in the summer or something like that.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Give Marcus out there July 4th. Hot coffee. He'll kill everybody.
Absolutely.
Marcus, enjoyed it, man.
Sweating it up.
Have a good 4th, and we'll reconvene in a couple weeks.
All right, you guys too. Be safe.
Enjoyed it, man. We'll see y'all fine folks coming up Friday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM.